Frankie Four Fingers has a diamond the size of a fist.
Where? London.
London. You know, fish, chips, cup of tea, Mary Poppins.
What do I know about diamonds? I'm a boxing promoter. What?
You're gonna have to repeat that.
What's a gun doing in your trousers? For protection. Protection from what?
Getting heartburn. Tony, do something terrible. Shut up and sit down, you big bald...
And Scarlet questions with matching saxophone.
Do you understand a single word of what he just said?
Anything to declare? Yeah, don't go to England.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you pikey.
Hello. Do you like dags?
I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
We all have to do pikey and bad British accents the entire stream.
That was
Well, good evening, everyone. We are back with another lovely episode of MMM number 55. We figured we did the Lord of the Rings, we did the fantasy stuff. Now we're going to go in a majorly different direction and do what do you call it? It's a crime comedy. Guy Ritchie Snatch, which some would indicate to you is his best movie. Obviously, that's up for debate, but I will say I love this movie. I had a blast watching it. I actually rewatched it today while I was working again, and yeah, it's so quotable. It's just fun. But we'll get into all that. We'll do the deep dive. We'll scrub through. I want to go ahead and welcome in our guests first. I'm going to put Downs Whitey in the bottom there for a second. Back on the channel again this week, Mr. Jacob Ironside. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to this. This was my first watch of this movie.
Awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, it's always nice to have you. And then we brought back Price of Reason, because why not? How you doing, Price? How you doing, buddy?
Good. How's it going?
We're doing good, buddy. Doing good. I'm glad you're back, of course, and ready to talk about some Snatch.
I watched it today too.
Did you? Good. Was this your first watch? No, you've seen it before.
No. I've seen it many times. But the truth is, I've seen it many times because I used to have a copy of it. But after moving, it's hard for me to determine where that copy is right now, and I haven't actually watched it in a number of years. Right. It's probably in an attic somewhere that I don't have access to, but
okay,
because of the show, I actually sat down and watched it again, and it was nice. It was nice. Still very good movie.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to force you to rewatch it again. Yeah, it is a good movie. It's fun. That's just the best word I could use to describe the movie. It's just fun, which is missing from today's cinema. But glad to have you in. Gore King, the Pumpkin Man, finally back on the channel.
Hi. I'm great. I'm excited that I am not the only orange being wearing a crown on this panel. That's kind of awesome. And I actually noticed today when I got Snatch out of my movie collection that I have it as a Blu-ray 2-pack with the movie Layer Cake. So Cake and Snatch in the same.
Nice.
Cake.
That's a nice combo. That's combo
quite the combo. So, yeah. But this is a really really enjoyable film. I like it quite a bit.
Good. Well, I'm glad you can join us, sir, and we could talk about that. And Vex is having withdrawals from not playing Pal World for like 5 seconds. How you doing, Vex? See, look, she's still playing. I can hear her. I can hear her in the background clicking. All right, well, we'll get to back to it. White Bear, you've been playing Pal World too, haven't you? You've been having a blast, aren't you?
Yeah, in fact, I was watching this movie while playing Pal World, and I was like, I don't know how much this movie makes sense, or if
I think it's you.
It was like 20 different stories inside of one movie, and yeah, it wasn't my kind of movie at all. But we're gonna get into it.
Oh, we're gonna get into it, all right.
Wait, whose movie wasn't it? The style of
White Bear.
You didn't like Snatch?
White boy.
No,
It's okay. We still love White, even though he's
No, but it's hard to not like the movie. I don't know.
it was exactly. I mean, there were funny parts in it, and it was a whole lot of things going on at once. It was like a throwing silverware on the floor, and then you hear a squeaky sound from a dog. And
yeah, I can understand not being white. Next week's movie is quite racist. So that's more White Bear style. But
yeah.
We'll get into that.
What's next week's movie?
Oh, you don't know.
Well, I'll tell you at the end and why we're doing it. So I'll save that for when we do the shout outs at the end, because it's going to be a good one. I'm really looking forward to next week. But it's going to be it's going to be a great intro into Black History Month. Let's put it that way. So as Vex keeps popping in and out,
She's like, "Screw this!"
She said her microphone's not working. I think she's saying her microphone's not working. I think it's just to give her extra minutes to play that
Absolutely.
game. But let's go say hi to the chat real quick. I usually don't do that, but I always forget, and then I do it after because I'm a piece of crap. But that's not nice to do to my beautiful chat. So I want to say hello to some people real quick. Anime Night, welcome in, sir. Nice to have you here. Rocky the Black Dragon. I love the name, by the way. It's fantastic. I appreciate you joining us, buddy. Melvin Deeply, because he is deep and he's a Melvin. I love you, Melvin. Thanks for joining us, of course. Stupenzo, my boy, my paisan Enzo.
Yo.
Always nice to have you here. Jamma Lama. Thank you for joining us, Jamma. Nice to have you. Speaking of paisans, Roman of the Empire. He is a god among men. Let's put it that way. Eraserhead, nice to have you here. Appreciate Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch. The better half.
She sounds familiar.
And I actually do mean the better half of the cannoli Sasquatch. Family. And let's see who else. We got White Bear in here. I don't know who that piece of crap is. We don't really talk to him anymore. Jay Gooch. The Gooch man himself, Jay, my boy, my other paisan. A lot of Greece in the chat. A lot of Italians here. We're just we're taking over. Lobster Man. What a nice name, because he's a lobster man. It's great. OT, how you doing there, buddy? Appreciate you joining the channel or joining the show. I should say.
Lobster, man.
Lobster man.
Lobster man.
He's a lobster man.
Hey, it's uninspired.
Uninspired. This is the guy who approves all my trailer edits now. He's taught me a lot, this French guy, and he's shown me the path and the way, and it's working out beautifully, by the way. So thank you. Ego, my man. Looking good channel and panel. You're saying that because you only have one good eye, but nobody looks good on this panel. Just kidding. I love you, buddy. I love you. I think we're good. All right, cool. All right, let's get into the scrubbing of the movie, because I want to get right into this and get everybody's thoughts on what they think about this Guy Ritchie movie. So I love the way the movie starts out, because these kinds of movies always start, at a certain way at the beginning, always circle back. And I like Jason Statham. I don't know how you guys feel about him. I know this is one of his first movies. The guy is he's a likable actor. So
I like him when the movie lets him take his character and role seriously a lot more than when he's just being silly.
Yeah,
just being goofy. Yeah,
I think he's a much better serious actor than people realize.
So you mean like movies like The Beekeeper? No, just kidding.
Or like Megalodon?
I thought The Beekeeper was fun.
Megalodon, oh my gosh.
I do want to see The Beekeeper. Actually, Vex watched The Beekeeper, and she said it was just fun.
Testicles.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, oh my
Welcome,
gosh.
Vex.
Sorry, you know what it was? Is I
That's
have
okay.
my Elgato plugged in, and I think it
Mhm.
was still picking up off of that. Maybe that's why. So
No, you're good. I figured you
Okay.
were either sleeping too high to do the show, or you were playing Pal World. So you got
no,
the third
dude,
one.
I was deep into fucking Pal World.
No,
Oh my
I get
God.
it. I get it.
I'm finally a high enough level to actually do shit. So
Nice. She's like, I gotta go. I gotta
right.
go.
Yeah,
While
you
she's
can't be
cursing,
with your
while
Elgato
she's
while you're
cursing,
watching the Snatch.
yeah, while she's cursing me while she's playing this fucking this fat bastard
The-
didn't all these making me do a stream tonight.
They
I looked
named
at
me
the
after the
clock and I
name
was
of
like,
the plane.
I was like, do I just pretend that I'm asleep and
Hey, you know what,
or-
Lex? You know what? I would let you. Only you can get away with that on the panel. Okay, I would let it happen because you've done so much work behind the scenes. So, yes. No, we were just talking about getting into it, and we were talking about Jason Statham and how I thought he was excellent in this role. But he's not
We
my
talked about
favorite
how
character. in the movie. Go
he
ahead,
hasn't aged in about 20.
He looks amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
He's 56 years old and he still looks like this.
Yeah.
I watched The Beekeeper over the weekend, which is like
Right.
his latest movie, right? It's
Mhm.
a stupid fun action movie, by the way.
Sure.
Don't take it seriously. But I'm just
Sure.
like, oh my God, he has wrinkles around his eyes finally. What?
Finally,
This is
how old is
weird.
he? Is he really
He's in his 50s. Yeah.
56.
Mhm.
He's
Oh,
got
you
a
weren't
wife half
kidding.
his age.
I saw
Wow.
The Beekeeper. It was fun. It's silly,
Yeah.
but it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
that's
funny
the kind
to
of movie
think
I would
that-
like.
It's funny to think that he was balding in his 30s.
Right? And they just went, but he
He
took
looks.
some
He arguably looks older in this movie because he's balding.
Right. He's
love-
lucky, but because he was balding early, he always just
Shave
looks
it
like
off.
this.
Right.
Yeah,
I
well,
They
They didn't limit his roles to
no.
young
It just
man.
kept going. No,
Right.
he I like the way the movie starts out with the names right away. You get the intro. I like how they did this with how he got his name. Turkish was based off a plane crash, right? The comedy gets in right away where he talks about his partner Tommy. Now, if you know Tommy here he played Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire, so he's a fantastic
okay.
actor. He's a
Yeah.
fantastic
Oh,
actor.
really?
Like
Wow.
he plays American. You know, you could do the American accent very well, but especially the gangster roles, he seems to nail those. He was excellent as Al Capone, by the way. If you ever saw the
He
show
was, yes.
or have it, watch it.
He was in Band of Brothers too.
He was in Band of Brothers too. You're right. Just watch that. But I like how they talk about how Tommy got his name, and he's like, yeah, you know, he says he got it up, based off the gun, but it was based off of a 12th century or 19th century ballerina.
Right.
But I love they're great together. They have great chemistry. And then Benicio del Toro's introduction into the movie. Can we talk about like how underrated of an actor Benicio del Toro
Oh gosh,
is?
when he's in the right role, he is I mean, like Traffic, Sicario. You give
He's
him the
excellent.
right role, he is unreal.
Fear
He
and
was
Loathing in
hilarious.
Las Vegas.
Oh,
That's
he's
another
great in
one.
that.
Another
He's
one.
great in that.
I love this part here because he's talking about like the Catholic Church, and then I was thinking of you, Gord. I was thinking of you.
I'm not Catholic, and I
No,
know
I
he's
know,
not a
but I was-
rabbi in this, so I was just like, okay.
Just the whole story about the Bible and and Adam and Eve, and it was hilarious. But it's I love how he's showing everything through the TV cameras, through the security cameras,
Mhm.
and
Me too.
but it's a really unique way to set this whole thing up, and he's playing this so well, and he goes into this deep thing about how the Catholic Church started, and you're like, if you've never seen this before, you're like, what the hell is going on here? Where are we going? What's up, Zax? I see you in the chat, buddy. And
I think
Stephen
what's
Ransom.
I think what's fun is, you know, because this came out about 6 years after Pulp Fiction. You know, Pulp Fiction
Yes.
influenced so many crime films with that smart, snappy, witty type dialogue.
Yeah.
That seemingly doesn't relate that much to the plot. And this is one of the
Right.
movies in its wake that I think did it pretty well.
Does a good job.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And this guy thinks he's Moody. I like how the guy comes back. He's like, we've been waiting for you. And he's like, wait, I don't know who you are. And they pull the guns out. And then this is where the Guy Ritchie stuff happens with the camera work, and it just gets a little crazy. But it works. I just like it.
Yeah.
Sets a tone for the movie immediately. You know what you're getting from here on out. Oh, thank you, Lobster Man. Thank you, sir. Oh, well, thank you very much, Lobster Man. Uninspired Lobster Man.
I didn't hear enough of a comment there.
Yeah, sorry. All right, what's up, R2? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's a Frenchman. That's who the lobster man is.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
alt account. Okay. Makes
Interesting.
sense.
And there's titties and booty on the avatar for the alt account. I like it. I like
That's good. He spent his time well making that avatar. I like it.
I think Jordan Peterson would like that name.
Jordan Peterson's too busy making Indian John Wick movies, man. Producing them, I should say.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he produced that. Remember that? There's a trailer I sent you guys over the weekend.
He's
with
the producer for Monkey Man?
Yeah, but the guy Dev Patel, the actor, he directed it, and then Jordan Peele produced it.
Oh, Jordan
No, we
Peele.
said Jordan. No, not Jordan Peele. I said Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
My bad. Oh, sorry, my autism kicked in there.
Wait, Jordan Peterson produces movies?
No, he got it mixed up.
We got so out of whack. Larry, it's Jordan Peele. I'm sorry. Gord, don't hate me. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I was curious who would know the Jordan Peterson lobster reference anyway. But continue.
Only few of us. So this you see the diamond. It's a massive. What is it, like 84 carat diamond or something?
84 carats.
That he finds, and then you get introduced. I like this. I like how they do this too. They're giving you introductions to all the characters. Because you got Saul. These guys were hilarious throughout the whole movie. This and their buddy Tyrone. They were comic relief. Tommy, obviously, you got, and then Boris the Plate. These characters were so. Boris was fantastic. And then, of course, you got this guy Bricktop. This guy was a lunatic.
Oh man!
My wife but Sassy thought this was Harvey Keitel for the longest time in the movie. I was like, it's not Harvey Keitel.
I think when I first saw the cover, I thought it was Michael Gambon.
Him too.
I'll be honest. I never remember who it actually is.
Yeah. That's
the
very
British
true.
Harvey Keitel.
There you go. He was excellent.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
There, when I first turned it on, I was like, "Is that a really, really make up Gary Oldman?"
I could see Gary Oldman doing it. Gary
Gary Oldman's a great actor. He can really fit into any role, huh?
He can even do the British accent.
Yes, he can.
Gary Oldman should have played Barbie.
Wait,
yes. Gary Oldman can play Barbie. He doesn't have limitations.
He doesn't. He has no limits.
He doesn't, and he would get the Oscar nomination.
He would.
He would have won.
They still complain about it though.
So
this
great.
is them telling Benicio's character about where to go when he gets to London, and they tell him to go find Boris to get a gun, and it's this whole thing. It's pretty hilarious. But God, this part again, this movie made me chuckle a lot. You get the boxer. Oh God, what the hell is his name? Gorgeous George.
Boy,
Big
George.
dude. Yeah, that too. Give me time. I'm sorry. Anyway, and then I love how. He wants an office, so he's telling Tommy, "Hey, I want an office. Go get me a caravan." And then it's just he's just back and forth chemistry was so good.
Yeah,
and I like how he asked the guy about the sausages. He's like, 2 minutes, Turkish, 2 minutes. He's like, well, it was 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he goes 5 minutes. He goes, it was 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago.
And then I like how Tommy here is like, what's wrong with this caravan? He's like, oh, I don't know. It's tip top. Pulling doors off, and it's just. It's so freaking
I'm not sure about the color.
Yeah. You're a sensitive boy, Tommy. They were funny. Yeah, and then another part that made me chuckle.
And I like the why do you have a gun in your pants?
Yeah, this is
protection. Protection from what?
The Germans.
The Germans.
Heavy, isn't it? Yeah. I like this part here. Boris gives him the gun. He's like, "Oh, if it's heavy is good. If you run out of bullets, you can hit him with it." It's like, what the fuck? That guy who plays Boris has been in a lot of movies too. He's awesome.
He's in John Wick.
John Wick, yeah. He's a great character actor. He's just really good.
Mm-hmm.
But as it goes on here,
I mean, I know it's later down the line, but I remember first seeing this when they said Boris the Bullet Dodger, and I was like, that's an interesting name, and the payoff to that name is hilarious.
Oh, what are they called?
It's so freaking funny.
Yeah, and then this guy here, he's like, he should win for you. Do you proud? And he's like, oh yeah. This guy was he was good.
Well, so Alan Ford, I just looked up his IMDb page. He's the guy playing Bricktop. His picture on IMDb is terrifying. He's just staring angrily at whoever took the picture, and I'm like, I'm scared of this guy.
It's intimidating. But this character is freaking nuts, but he's fantastic in the whole movie. So basically he finds out one of his, I guess, henchmen is not loyal, so he basically just kills the guy. And then he kills the next guy.
Dude looks like a mixture between Michael Caine and Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I failed you. I'm sorry. This part, yeah, and then he's walking through the pig pen. And so, the whole time he's telling you he doesn't want to deal with this guy because once you're in debt to him, that's it. You're indebted forever. But he needs him. And it's funny because you see these pigs and that comes into play later as to why he keeps these pigs around. It's just funny, man. I don't know. Like I always say this, the first 5 or 10 minutes in a movie can determine whether you think it's going to be pretty good. I know sometimes a movie can win you back over. Already I'm invested 100%. Just in the intro with the names and how the editing is done and the storytelling. I'm like, I'm in. I know I'm going to like this movie already. It's in the genre that I like, which is that, that crime kind of, I don't know if somebody compared it to like a rated R version of Ocean's 11. I was like, I don't know about that, but
I mean, I kind of get what they're going. I think it's just
sure.
It has a very cool vibe about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what Ocean's 11 exudes.
Yeah, with the big ensemble cast and just the goof,
Yeah.
the quick editing, yeah. And this guy's telling Boris that Frankie Four Fingers is going to come see him, give him a gun, but he's giving him all the information. He's got this diamond, and I want you to get it. And this is a pretty good. This fucking Benicio. This is where he's talking to one of my favorite actors, Dennis Farina, on the phone in New York. Avi.
He's fantastic in this movie. I love him in this,
dude. Yeah, and there's Benicio with no pants. He's like, yeah, and he's just telling him, this guy to me, if you've ever seen Get Shorty, he's the entire movie. Forget John Travolta. First of all, I love Get Shorty. It's one of my favorite, just goofy.
And he gets his nose broken in this movie too.
Yeah, Get Shorty isn't. I hate John Travolta. That movie though, I love.
Yeah, Get Shorty and Be Cool. I'd watch him again.
Yeah, but this guy and Get Shorty is the entire movie.
Dennis Farina.
Elmore Leonard books translate well to the screen.
He was also in Midnight Run with Robert De Niro.
Another one of my favorite comedies of all time. So yes, it's a movie I'd love to do down the road sometime. This guy. Now, what do we think about the guy who's pretending to be Jewish because it's just better for his business? It's pretty goddamn funny.
Didn't Bryan Cranston do that in Seinfeld?
Yes, he did. Yeah. Should you really make jokes like that?
You're anti-dentite, Jerry.
Yeah, I do. I think he is the most overrated actor in the history of acting. I'm not a fan of his. Sorry. I like some of his movies. Travolta. I'm not a fan of Travolta. Uninspired.
I don't know, man. I mean, Pulp Fiction.
Not a fan of Travolta either.
He's
good. Overrated. I think
that was good in that.
Yeah,
he was good in that.
I think most people know what Travolta is.
I don't. After that though, I'm just not a fan.
I think Travolta is playing Travolta.
It's exactly what it is. I don't see him anybody else but Travolta, which tells me it's like Ben Affleck. Just always.
I think I'd more say Travolta's an overused actor, not necessarily an overrated one.
Okay.
I think after Pulp Fiction, they freaking cast him in everything. It's like, guys, he doesn't really have that much range. It's just Quentin Tarantino knew how to use him right.
There you go. See,
I mean,
uninspired feels me.
He was good in Grease. He was good in Saturday Night Fever. He was good in Pulp Fiction.
He's good, cheesy fun in Broken Arrow.
Face Off.
He was funny. Yeah, he was funny in Face Off.
Yeah, but that was technically Nick Cage underneath his skin.
That is true.
It
was all a lie.
It was all a lie.
It was all a lie.
Even in Look Who's Talking, I thought he was amusing. And Get Shorty, I mean, he has
his. The funny thing is, I like some of his
can
movies.
play really well.
He's like silly putty, he could fit between anything. But
just don't let him play. Don't let him play John Gotti at all. Oof, God.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I turned that movie off.
Okay, that one wasn't good. That's fair enough.
No, but he was
didn't
good.
say he could do anything.
Has he ever played in like a high fantasy movie? Like, imagine him in.
What was the one? Battlefield. What was the one he made?
Yeah, Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield
Earth.
Which was the worst. It almost ruined his career.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, see, so
Swordfish.
He has
Smoking says Swordfish. Swordfish
is actually pretty good. Swordfish isn't bad.
Was early Hugh Jackman.
Halle Berry, doodly doo.
Hello, doodly doo, Halle Berry.
How to do?
Oh,
do, man. Yes.
Look who we got. We have more autistic supernatural people in the. Thanks, Yeti. Appreciate you.
Yes.
That's my autistic brother right there, man. Tim, only if you can sing it can you say that. I hate that movie. So that's another movie I can't stand, by the way. Sorry.
Wait,
I don't
what
like
movie?
Grease.
It's cheesy, but you know, out of all the dumb musical movies in the world,
You like,
least,
yeah.
it's
get that
kind
it's
of
fun.
memorable. I mean, I don't sit in my spare time and watch it, but I mean, out of
It
that
does make you feel good.
genre,
Yeah.
if you forced me to watch that genre now, that's one of the better ones I've seen from it, even though it's not a genre that I prefer.
I gotcha. I can understand that.
There's worse, you know, I can show you a lot worse musicals that you'll really feel like not like a man if you watch.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure when I was young, my mom and my sister tried to get me to watch Dirty Dancing and Grease back to back. I made it through Dirty Dancing. So I didn't watch Grease. I was like, I'm not watching. I don't even care what Grease is. I'm not watching another one of your all's movies.
Dirty Dancing, it's weird because I technically shouldn't like that movie, but it's not a bad movie. Again,
I don't remember if it's bad or good. I just remember being.
It's
5
not
or
at the
6 years
top of
old
my
and
list
thinking,
of
"I don't
what
wanna
I
watch
would
it."
watch now, but it's not
It's
a bad
bad.
movie, especially because of Patrick Swayze, who I
I
always
like
feel
Patrick Swayze.
I think he was a really good actor, and even in like kind of crappy roles, if you gave him a movie, he often did better than what the movie is.
Yeah, I like
he's
Patrick Swayze.
he's good in Ghost, and Ghost is terrible.
Oh God.
He makes, you know, like I said, he makes these movies better. Even Point Break, I thought that he made that movie better than it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Swayze.
Roadhouse, I mean,
Well,
if you-
Roadhouse was just him being that was a classic.
I mean, basically, any movie you had and you put him in it, it was probably going to be better than it was supposed to be.
Remake of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, don't even talk.
I mean, Point Break, you know.
Johnny
He was good in Point
Utah.
Break.
Yeah, that's another movie.
name.
I think we are doing Point Break at some point. I don't know. I thought it was
He
one
was
of
good
the
in
ones we
that.
picked. That was
I
good.
thought you guys
Yeah,
did Point Break already.
No, we talked about
no.
doing
That
it.
was like the movie that we were going to be throwing in just to kind of be a filler
Just to see if-
movie.
Okay.
Like a guilty pleasure movie.
Oh,
because
it's an
there's so much-
FBI agent. Okay, anyway, back to the movie.
All right, let's
yeah,
get
this,
back to great
yeah, this is
value,
where
Brad Pitt.
Four Fingers meets Boris, and I love how Del Toro is just he plays
He's a
just
great
so
value,
smooth.
Brad Pitt. Look at him.
Dude, look at him. What do you need from me? So he wants him to see. He wants him. They call them the bookies. Is that like a common thing for England? They don't say a bookie. It's the bookies. I didn't understand what the hell they were saying at first. I was like, oh, that's just their
Well,
ways.
Why is Del Toro the great value and not the Hispanic knockoff?
I guess to be more exact, to be the Puerto Rican.
Wow.
He is great value. So less
Yes,
surprise.
he is.
You can buy it more in bulk, but he has tissues in his mouth the whole time that he's speaking, so that's why he gets dropped a few points.
Yeah, that was
He
So
pulls
he's
a more
talking to
Brando.
Yeah, Boris is basically setting him up, telling him that he's got to go to this what is it, like a underground fight where there's like no rules, and he's telling him to bet for him because Boris is faking it, saying, well, I owe the house money, but I want you to go there, and this is so just basically to set him up to get taken down or robbed for his diamond. But this part of the movie is where we get introduced to Brad Pitt, and oh God, dude, it's so funny. And the whole time he's just like, oh, I hate pikeys, and they're trying to tell you like what a pikey is during this whole thing, and he's like, it's not Irish, it's not this, it's just pikeys. You can't understand a goddamn
I think it's
word.
redneck Irish.
Yeah, they're like gypsies almost, is like he says.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, this was so
Relatively speaking, I think Brad Pitt fit nicely in here. I mean, he can't
was
really
perfect.
do accents and stuff, and he kind of pulled this off
He was
somehow.
perfect.
I love that.
I think he
Well,
was
this
cast
is
as this
Stella.
part because he couldn't do a London accent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They just said,
I do have that in the trivia. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he's
I
perfect. for
actually
this.
think he's fantastic at this. He cracks me up.
Yeah,
right,
all
he's
they had to
funny.
tell him
He's
to do
perfect
is
for this.
put some marbles in your mouth and get drunk and talk.
Oh, I like this part. Was so funny. He's like, "Do you like dags?" He's like,
Like
"Dags,
Dags.
dags."
Dags?
Oh,
And
you
wait,
mean
I have
dogs?
some trivia that won't mean anything to anybody, but the lady that plays his mother, she is on the show Father Brown. If anybody's
Oh.
ever seen that British show
No kidding.
with the
I
father,
hear
that's
you're a
the,
racist now, father.
yeah, that's the one. She's like the priest's assistant when he solves crimes.
Oh,
Neat.
Mrs. McCarthy
Interesting.
or whatever her name is.
interesting.
I made you
Okay.
some of me famous scones.
Oh, thank you, Yeti. Yeti, you're a beautiful autistic creature of the night. Thank you,
Those
buddy.
super stickers all over the wall.
Oh, stick it to me, babe. Oh, wait, anyway. Back to the movie.
Okay.
Back to the movie.
Oh, we're talking about snatches, not stickers.
So we got gorgeous George here. Well, they buy the caravan, and then this is funny. They're talking about pikeys and how they negotiate with people, and basically how they're not to be trusted because they'll screw you over. And then they end up.
Yeah, what's the little guy's like? Oh, that wasn't too bad. And then they pull out,
boom,
the wheels fall off.
The freaking wheels of the caravan. They're just like, yeah, we. And he's like, I want my money back. He's like, well, we sold you as it is. Sorry. It's so funny.
Well, I went with a caravan with no wheels.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the guy, obviously gorgeous George, is like, I'll kick your ass. He's a big dude. Of course, we don't get an indication of how good of a fighter that Brad Pitt is yet until he gets in the ring. But this was pretty funny. He's getting his ass handed to him. I love how he gets knocked down and he's stretching and cracking his knees, and you're like, oh. Yeah. So fucking funny.
Like, he's got the one punch. He's like Deontay Wilder or something.
It's so damn funny. And he just knocks him on his ass. And it's so funny. And then the song comes. I like the music choice they use here. And then they're showing Tommy with Statham's voiceover. Like, yeah, Tom, and he's crying. You see Tommy crying in the back because he's like, yeah, he has like a 50-50 chance of getting out of there alive. So if he doesn't pray, he better be. It was just funny. Yeah, the gypsies. He's like, it's not a place you want to be stuck without backup, basically.
They'll cut him up and feed him to the dags.
The dags. Yep. Oh god. Then we get these guys, Saul, and these guys were in a lot of the movie, but they were funny. What do you think about? So, what do you think about so far? 23 minutes in, first time you saw this, you're like, wow, okay, this has got the vibe I like. It's interesting. I'm in. Or was it like, were any of you like, I don't know yet? I still got to see more.
I mean, the only thing I was like that I guess was a negative was I was like, I'm not 100% sure everything that's going on yet because there's a lot of moving pieces to this, and it's it takes a while before you even realize that you're really kind of watching two stories at once that are going to be converging later.
Right.
You're like, is this all supposed to be one story? It's like, no, it's two stories. And then
I think that I was one of the few people that had actually seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So I knew what I was getting into when I went to see the movie. It's actually the reason I wanted to see it. And at this point in the movie, it was exactly it was better than I had hoped. Because I think that it was actually a step up from Lock, Stock, which I also liked. So
yeah,
for me, he kind of was being talked about as the British Tarantino. And since I like Tarantino, I mean, how could I not like this movie?
No.
Right. Yeah. I like how they bring the dog in from the gypsies. He's like, what is just going back and forth. Yeah, what is it? It's a dog. It's a dog. They're just going back and forth with it. And Boris comes to see them to tell them what's going on, how he wants them to do this job and get this diamond. And this guy, I mean, he just cracks me up. When in Rome, he's like, but I'm not in Rome. I'm in a rush. Just quick, witty dialogue. It's very funny. Yeah. And this is where we meet Tyrone. What was Tyrone? He was like what did he say he was? Like not a race car driver, but what was he? He has a title as to why he's driving. Yeah, that's
getaway driver.
Yeah, you getaway driver.
How can he get away from anything?
Yeah, how can he get away? Look at the size of the guy.
Yeah, I think he tells him his time. He says that as he's just squeezing his way out of that tiny little car.
Yeah. Oh my god, takes him like a minute and a half to get out of the car.
It's like it's birthing him out.
Yeah.
He's
like right here.
Move fast. He can move fast when he wants to.
When he needs to. His faces were just. He can move when he has to.
Now, when I was watching it, the first time watching it, it was today, and whenever I saw this, I was like, "Oh, this is a comedy."
Oh yeah.
It is kind of a dark comedy, but it was just hilarious watching.
Yeah. And he whips out a Spaz 12.
Yeah, and he's like, "That's not a gun. That's a." He's just like, it's so goddamn funny. Yeah, this is where we get to see Four Fingers going in. This is where he backs up into the car. Yeah, it was too tight. He's like, "You could." What does he say? You could land a jumbo
spot over there. It's too tight over there.
He's like, "You could land a jumbo jet in that spot. It's so big." It's so funny. Yeah, then he backs up into the van and knocks out Frankie Four Fingers, which screws up everything that happens from here on out.
Yeah.
Because they're so stupid. These guys were hilarious, man. Control the dog. Yeah, he gives him the squeaky toy.
The squeak toy.
He's like, he's not gonna fit that in his mouth, and he eats it. He's just like the whole time. Oh god. Yeah.
I kept
and
on
then
looking
from-
at my dog throughout the rest of the movie, like I wonder.
I wonder if you could eat
they're
that.
nearing
toy.
the end, it is skipping ahead. He pats the side of the dog on the way out of the movie, and you hear
the whole time. Well, from now that Gorgeous George is knocked out and freaking in the hospital, they need a fighter, right? Like, who took the jam out of Yoda? Their dialogue was so freaking good. But yeah, this was pretty damn funny. He's like, how do we explain this to Bricktop? Like Bricktop's, gangster. So, and this is funny. He goes, "What about John the Gun?" He's like, "Well, you don't know what's going on. John the Gun shot himself." And then there was another guy. Who was the other guy he mentioned? It was like crazy.
Okay.
Oh God,
He's
what
in the
was
nut
his
house.
name? Yeah, he was like mad. Something. He goes, "Yeah, you don't know. He actually went mad." And then he's in a nut house, playing off their names so well. And then they go back because they think, well, let's get Mickey, the gypsy guy. Let's get him to fight, right? It's all they can do at this point. And it was pretty funny. He's like, "Yeah, I want the and he's using, I want the caravan." And they're like, "What?" And they all speak at the same time. Caravan.
I wonder how many times Conor McGregor jerked off watching this movie.
Oh, 142 times.
He's like, "There's my folks right there."
It's been one long sustained session. I'm pretty sure.
Damn, my people right there.
Look at that face by Statham right there. He's like, "Holy shit, I'm in this movie."
he actually grew into his own forehead. That's the cool part about it. I love it. He looks better than he did back then.
He probably does. Somehow he looks better now.
Yeah, dude. Well, you had mentioned it earlier. I was like, they kind of got a peanut head going on right now, but
Yeah, this is where they meet Blacktop in his like illegal, poor dogs, illegal dog fighting ring, and he's just illegal bookie stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see, man.
Have you ever heard of a legal bookie?
Illegal bookies.
I mean, have you ever
Bookies.
heard of any bookie that?
Well, they call them. Yeah, they call them loan sharks
when
here.
they're
Or
they're
yeah,
a bookie.
I have to ask Whitey, what's with the picture you've got? Is that Olga Kurilenko?
Yeah, Jamma Lama Jamma was in the chat talking about it. I was like, I don't know who that is, and I found.
I know who it is. Obviously.
we know who it is. Yeah.
I
was like, hey, somebody named Olga. That doesn't look like a big old German lady.
No, far from it.
She's not far from German. She's Ukrainian.
Yeah, but she's not a large German lady.
No, she's not large.
And a sweet German kind of mix.
Look at Bricktop's beautiful teeth. He's got lovely teeth.
He's got proper British teeth.
Proper British teeth.
Hey, those are good British teeth compared to some.
Yeah, really.
That's true. Yep.
That's very true. Yeah, so they're just trying to convince him to get Mickey to fight, and he's like, "All right, fine." I like what he tells Tommy here. He's like, "Hey, sweetheart, who's talking to you?" It's funny. But yeah, so he gets Mickey. They tell Turkish, you gotta have him go down in the 4th round, and poor Turkish is like, "This is what I didn't want to do, is get into this guy's debt," but he's like, "I have no choice at this point." So, poor Turkish man, him and his forehead. Yeah. And then it just goes on between Avi and his the guy from, I forgot, what's this guy's name again? The Jewish damn it.
Dennis Farina?
No, this guy on the left here. What the hell was his name in the movie? God, I'm so stupid.
Not Saul, right? That's somebody
No,
else.
Saul was the
That's the black
Right.
guy.
Whoa, careful. This is Jesus. Anyway, they're just basically saying, "Hey, did Four Fingers come to see you?" And he's like, "Wait," he's like, "The Four Fingers you went to have him go gamble when he has a gambling problem." It was pretty funny. He's like, "I'm coming to London. I'm coming to London." They played it so well. I love Dennis Farina, man. I miss him. Too bad he's passed away.
When did he pass away?
It was a couple of years ago, if I remember.
Was it fairly recent?
I want to say it wasn't long. Was it last year?
Yeah, sometime in the last 5 years or something.
Dennis Farina passed away in 2013.
Oh my
wow.
God. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. No, not last year then. It just seems like it. No. Thanks,
It
Gord.
seems like it was recent, but yeah.
Yeah, he was so good. I loved him. I like this part here. He's like, "Shut up, you big bald effer, you fucker!" And he's like,
He's not the guy that they call Rosebud, is he? I'm trying to remember who they call Rosebud in this.
The guy on the left here, on the left.
Oh,
of
okay, that's the
Farina's
guy.
This guy.
Okay,
That guy,
okay,
yeah.
It's that guy. It's the big guy behind him.
Yeah. And he's like, I like this part here. He's like, we got sandy beaches. He goes, yeah, who the hell wants to see them? Oh, God.
I kind of think he has the best dialogue in the movie.
He does. He's hilarious.
He's got great dialogue in this.
He just plays it so well. Yeah. And this is where they're still waiting for the guy. Yeah, it's pretty funny. And they see somebody go in. Oh, this part was funny too. Because they can't get in. They have to always show like a pass or something to get in. He's like, are we ever getting into this goddamn place? What's going on? You know? It's so damn funny.
Did we ever find out who the fake Jewish guy was?
Doug. I think
his name's Doug.
Doug.
Darren? Darren or Doug?
Doug the head.
Doug. Yeah, I think it's
Doug
the head.
That's
Doug
it.
the head,
Doug
yeah.
the head. Don't ask how we got that name, Whitey.
Well, when the doctor pulled him
No,
out,
no.
he dug the head. You know, he was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
that's a nice head."
Whitey's like, oh God, it's time to end the stream.
I'm just up here looking at the cast. I'm trying
Yeah.
I'm trying
So
to look for the head.
It is funny. It is funny that he's only the second character to fake being a Jewish person in this because Del Toro did it first.
Del Toro did it. Yep, I was gonna say. Yes, good catch. So
made
they
it a
see
trend.
this guy going into the bookies, and they're all bullshitting with each other, and they're like, "Wait, was that him?" He's like, "Did he have 4 fingers?" He's like, "I forgot my binoculars." So damn funny. And this part was funny. They break in, and then the girl at the front desk is like, "Do you know who runs this thing?" And
Yeah,
all of a
that's
sudden,
yeah, she gets the guy stuck.
It's so damn funny. So he shoots through with his cannon there, and he's like, "All right, I want you to," and then the thing comes down, and oh God, it's so goddamn funny. What does she say? Like they only have like coins or something. That's all I think they have.
They only have copper coins.
Yeah, they're just
She's pointing at yeah, she's pointing at the sign in the back. All bets are off. What do you think that means? It's like, at this point, Whitey's he's still not liking the movie by this point.
No, I feel like she's about to help me get into Doctor Strange's land right here.
Is that Sinead O'Connor's sister?
Discount Sinead O'Connor.
He's like, "You've got 5 fingers." Oh God, it's so
She's
goddamn
Eminem
funny.
impersonator.
Yeah. You better lose yourself. in the moment.
British rap.
Oh.
Hey, we got another sticker.
Oh, Yeti!
Oh my gosh!
Thank you,
I love
you beautiful man.
This part where they're
Thanks,
stuck
Yeti.
in there, he shoots the door and ricochets a couple bullets. The
The
guy's like, "Oh, my leg."
Yeah,
He
he's
wasn't
like,
even near your leg.
"What's up, Dempsey? I see you in the chat, buddy."
Like, don't
Appreciate
touch
you.
it. Hey.
Oh, God. And I love this part where they're like, "We're fucked. We don't know what to do." And then the guy Tyrone just comes in and opens the door from the outside.
What are y'all doing?
He's like, "What are you guys doing in here?" See you later, uninspired. Go do French things, man. Appreciate
Later
you.
inspired.
I think
Thank you,
it's
sir.
just sleep at this time.
Yeah, go sleep. Because
Yeah.
it is morning. It's morning. Late there. Yeah. This is where Benicio wakes up, and they finally get out of there, and they just set off a whole chain of events that just, oh man, it just becomes a cluster from this point. This cracks me. Every time I heard the dog squeaking, I laughed out loud. I don't know why.
You're right.
It's so fucking funny. It's just
Tyrone.
yeah.
Tyrone is like, "Oh, that's the guy right there," and he goes up and
Yeah.
knocks him out and throws him in
Yeah.
the back of the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Who's this guy?"
That's right. They find, he's got 4 fingers and a briefcase. What does he say? You're gonna make what? Gonna make a oh, is that what Frenchmen dream of? Really? Okay, I thought you were gonna dream of Rachel McAdams or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah,
I still laugh over that
it's so funny. It's so funny.
I
So-
won't deny that I clipped that part of the stream and have
Oh,
watched it a couple
I
of
can
times.
picture him being really sleepy and just saying it like offhand. That's all.
Yeah,
Rachel.
Rachel, hello. Oh, look at
Is
Mrs.
that
Sassy
a-
giving giving me my money back. Thanks, Sassy.
Oh, yay!
Appreciate it.
This is how we launder that money.
You two don't. Now you know. See, we are Italian. This is what we
got to
do.
get the bookie.
You got to get the guy.
Wait, you got to make a charcuterie board.
guy with the thing,
Is that a weird euphemism?
Yeah, it is a very weird.
Okay.
Well, coming from you, it's acceptable.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Brad Pitt. This is funny. They set up the fight, and he's just giving him all this information about you got to go down. And Brad Pitt's just like, whatever. Look like a fighter. He pulls the cigarette out of his mouth, and so damn funny, man. Yeah, and then of course, like as soon as the bell rings, he knocks on us. And I love the zoom in shots on all the characters that are involved. She heals me, uninspired. We know what we know. I hope you have enough lotion in your house.
Keep the meat on the charcuterie board.
God, stop watching. What's the movie? Stop watching The Notebook, man. It's gonna be
It's
okay.
about time. It's about time. So I
Yeah.
guess you could say right now is about that time.
It's about that time. This is pretty funny. All the people that he was betting with, he's like, "Oh, I'll just stay on me." And then this part was funny because this guy's like, "Hey, thanks for the tip, Bricktop," and he's like, "I'll cut your fucking balls," and he actually cuts the guy. You're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
If I give a dog a bone, I don't want it to tell me how it tastes.
Watch out. He'll cut your Jacob Ironsides off.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, Yeti, what the fuck? Is this like some autistic thing?
That's
you're doing?
impossible.
I love you though.
There,
I
Iron.
love you. Ooh, I like that.
Pocket dog, baby.
Yeah, it's thank you, Yeti. You're a beautiful man, as I always say about you. Yeah, so Boris goes to see Saul and the black gentleman. No offense. But they got four fingers tied up. And what do they always kept saying? He has a tea cloth on his head? Or like, that was the tea cozy. What?
It goes over a teapot.
Yeah, why did he have a
keeps
tea
it hot.
cozy?
Yeah, it's like what?
And he's like, "Well, we didn't want to take the diamond because it was attached to his arm." He's like, "Well, chop his arm. Why don't you chop his arm off?" Like, we're not butchers, Walrus. Bex, by the way, when you do trivia, you have to do it in a British accent.
I'm not.
Boris is
I
like
can only
goes
do
in
the
there.
accent when I'm drunk, so I'm sorry, but
Well, you've got time.
I don't drink, man. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see what the stickers are on StreamYard. Sassy. I can only see them. The fuck? Did you just have the same problem on your own stream? Okay, I see the pocket dog now. Thank you, Yeti. I'm sorry. You're a beautiful man, and I'll give you my pocket dog any day of the week, buddy.
Whoa.
Oh my
Well,
God.
we bonded on the last 8750. Me and Yeti,
Charcuterie
you know.
board.
It gives me
Yeah.
something to anticipate, I guess.
I like how what's funny? Was anybody surprised that Benicio was only in the movie for a short time? He didn't have a lot of screen time, but was that shocking to anybody?
Yeah, so this is the first time I've watched this movie since high school, and I for some reason I remembered him having more of a presence, but it's interesting that he's the top billed character, and
Right.
yeah, he's literally on screen for I would say not even 5 minutes altogether. I would say it's supposed to be like 3 minutes.
If I may,
Boris
I
is
think
like-
that at the time, because similarly to Tarantino, when he made Reservoir Dogs, and then everybody wanted to be in Pulp Fiction,
Yes.
Guy Ritchie had this type of vibe. He did Lock, Stock. Everybody was talking about this, and he was getting basically calls of, "Can I be in your next movie?" Even if his next movie was being made for $5, whoever it was, whatever stars, they wanted to be in it.
They wanted him.
So it's sort of, even if he said to this guy, to Benicio del Toro, "Listen, you get to be this this quirky part. You're not seeing a lot in the movie. It's an ensemble cast." He probably said, "Where do I need to be?"
Okay, I can understand that. Oh,
It's probably, I mean, even Brad Pitt, which has a little more to do here, he was very interested in being in this movie.
Yeah,
I got you. By the way, Dempsey,
Boris is
Yeah,
ready to go here, man.
he's
got a
he's
cleaver
on
his hip.
Yeah, he's got the cleaver, and I love how he packages up he's hilarious in this. But him and Dennis Farina's character are my favorite character. By the way, Dempsey, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for becoming a new member to the cannoli. Here, I'm gonna play this for you, buddy, because this is what it's like to be a member to my channel.
I found the last scroll!
He found it!
Oh my God! Run home, Peter. Run as fast as you can.
not going to play the whole thing. But thank you, Dempsey. We appreciate you, buddy.
Good for Dempsey.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Always a good supporter. Yeah, see, you're right here. He takes the cleaver out, he cuts him, and he's like wrapping it up, and he's like singing and kind of humming to himself. And they're all looking at him like, "What the hell is going on here?"
And the only reason he shot him was because they said his name.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Can't know my name, and just pop.
Yeah, yeah. And at this point, because of the fight, Turkish is not stupid. He's like, "I got to get the money out of my safe." But of course, before the safe, he's got to make. Is he making tea or coffee? He's making coffee, right?
Tea.
Yeah, there's a tea. That's right. I forgot where we are. It's in England. And then, of course, like he's trying to think about what to do, and of course, all of Big Top's henchmen are all there, and including Big Top himself. I like how he's like, "Do you want tea or tea?" Or what does he say? Tea? He's like, "Sugar," and he's like, "No, I'm sweet enough." That guy's accent is rough, man.
I'm sweet enough.
Sweet
We're looking at Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. It's a man to focus. Yeah. Who doesn't like carrying a bloody stump around with them? I could see Vex doing this.
Carrying around a bloody stump? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
hell
yeah. You know
Yesterday.
Me well. Thank you.
Well, that's because, I pay attention. Yeah.
With the fucking pencil.
With the fucking pencil. Oh, I gotta find that as a clip for the next one.
Oh yeah.
With the pencil. Anyway, so Big Top gives him this. I like this part. It was funny. He gives him this whole lecture. He finds them because they find out who robbed their place or whatever, and he goes in there and he's like, "I hope this isn't a bad time," while they're trying to move the body. And it's hilarious. He goes into this whole thing about what he should do with the body, and he goes through the pig scenario. And he's like, and he goes through this long thing about like how much the pigs eat, how many do you need? And I was like, oh god, it was really disturbing, but it was funny at the same time because that's how
16 pigs and go through like 2 pounds of uncooked meat and like like a minute or two or something. It's like
it's so damn funny. Yeah,
and Vinny's like, oh, I don't know who you are apart from you feed people to pigs.
Oh god, yeah, they're looking for Mickey now because they want to talk to him about fighting again. And they find out what is this? So they're doing the hare to outrun the dogs thing, and so it's like they have the dogs chase the hare, and I love this part because he's walking. He's like, well, he goes, what happens if the dogs catch him? And he goes, well, then the rabbit's fucked, and he goes, properly fucked. He's like, yeah, probably.
It's so damn dramatic.
It's so funny.
I like how they're showing the scenes in between, like 2 different stories, the same story. But I was like,
this part was funny. Yeah, this part. This is where so he's like, yeah, I'll do your fight if you get me a caravan for me mom. He's like, wait, we're the ones who wanted the caravan. Like, why are we getting you?
Like, how has this inversion happened?
And obviously you can't understand a goddamn word he's saying. It's just so good. Brad Pitt played this very well. Yeah. He's like, yeah, let me talk to my colleague. He's like, do you understand a one word he just said? It's so damn funny.
When you're just using
Brad
the
Pitt
British
in his prime.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
This is this is just how I am when I'm dealing with like tech support.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think like I don't know about what you guys think about Brad Pitt now as an actor, but I feel like he peaked in the 90s, and it's after he started doing those Ocean 11 movies, he was just like, I don't consider him that great of an actor anymore.
I mean, I love him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, I don't think it necessarily required a lot from him. I do love the character he played and everything.
No, that one was a return to form, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The second that he married Angelina Jolie, and I'm sorry I have to say this, she brought like 70 adopted kids. Suddenly, the guy, every time you looked at him, he looked miserable. And
that's why his acting went down.
Every movie that he's in from that moment, he looks like he's phoning it in. And once he left her and he went to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, suddenly he's an actor again.
Well, he finally got some sleep.
Yeah.
This guy's traveling to Africa.
He would come to set high all the time, according to everyone. You know.
Thanks, Bagface. You warmed my soul. Thank you. I appreciate it.
He sobered up for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He understood it was Quentin Tarantino. he seemed to be really focused on that role. Maybe then he continued to do what he did before, but in that movie, he was actually good.
I mean, and he's also great in Inglourious Bastards, but I mean that's just Tarantino. Just he'll do that for you. He's going to get a good performance out of you.
Yeah,
Plus, these actors are not going to mess up. Like they'll do whatever they need to be in that movie. Even if it means for 3 months they're not drinking all day or whatever it is they have to do, they'll do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I like this little montage that they capture Tyrone playing the music and the dogs are chasing the hare. And did you guys think that the hare was going to get caught for a second?
Yeah.
Because they make it.
I mean, they promised us some bunny grapes, so I thought I'd get something out of this.
Yeah, I like this, and he's like, "Hey, here you go. Now you can buy that caravan." What was the color he said he wanted again?
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle blue.
Periwinkle blue.
There's a periwinkle.
And then even Tommy's like, "Wait, there's something
Ma."
That was good.
Ma.
I like this. He's like, maybe you should have busted a cap in his ass.
You don't even know how to shoot.
Yeah. Oh, that way with the gun. Yeah. He's like that piece of shit that you have in your thing. He's like, fire it. And he can't. It doesn't work. Oh God, it's so fun. I swear to God, this movie made me laugh a few times.
I do love the little touches of how certain elements mirror each other. I mean, there's the obvious one with them chasing the guy and the dogs chasing the hare, but even the little things like they're trying to fire off this gun and it doesn't work, and then there's the other scene where the two guys are firing the replicants and one goes off in the car.
Yeah, the car blows the windows out. Oh God, yeah. So they find out where this Saul and the guys who took Forefinger and robbed them. Those teeth, man. He's like, we found them. He's like, oh, goody grumdrum, go get me some tea. Okay. And while they're getting the tea, this is the part I was saying. Dude, he walks. He's like, I hope this isn't a bad moment. And then he's like, do you know who I am? And this one guy in the back here is like, I do. And the other guys are like, nope. Yeah. And this is where he goes into his whole speech about like the best way to get rid of bodies. I was like, oh, this guy's a sick bastard. He even calls himself the C word in this movie. In the scene, actually.
Okay, hold on. Isn't this the guy that plays the old version of Ewan McGregor in Big Fish? Is this the same actor?
This guy?
No.
That's
Albert Finney.
Albert Finney.
Finney. Okay. They look almost identical, just a bit.
They do. Albert Finney's a little more heavyset, I think.
Yeah.
You trying to say all white old British people look alike?
Yes, is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Does he play the guy who can't say shit with mouthful? Who works at the bar in? Oh,
what?
No.
Wait, say that again.
Finish your thought, please.
It's not happening. It's not coming through.
Speak, damn it.
Boondock Saints.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I'm not sure, actually.
I don't think that's the same.
I'm confusing all my white people too, so don't worry.
Yeah. Are you taking extra special white powder today? That is true.
Looking. No,
look,
I
you
can't
do that.
Whatever.
He's on a whole lot of stuff that I've never seen.
There you go.
And he narrates Lock, Stock.
He's using the Matrix system.
You know what a nemesis is? Basically, he's personified in this case by our horrible cut. Me. This fucking guy. He even knows he's a. Yeah, this is where they're threatening these guys, so they have everybody else in the other room ready to get cut up. That's a nice scene. That's just what you want to see when you come out of a door, right? Mm-hmm. These guys, yeah. No, this is how you get rid. This is how you get rid of pizza eaters. Just saying.
Oh.
It was like Italians. No,
not my pizza. No, not those pizzas. Like you get the drift. You get.
I know what he means.
Cheese.
I know that. I know that reference.
Gordon picked up.
I don't think I got it.
I know. I was like, I know the reference.
You're missing the cheese pizza part.
The type of people that would visit Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, there's a whole pizza. Yeah, there's a whole pizza thing.
Which, by the way,
the pizza.
Really
yes. Now
I'm excited for that Epstein Island game.
I'm playing it day one.
I'm playing the shit out of that. Yep.
Yeah, that's on Steam, right?
Right. Steam? Yeah, it'll be on Steam. Yep.
Oh, I'm getting.
I understand the pizza reference. I get it now. Yes, the pizza people. I don't know how I didn't put that together.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Wait. Epstein Island game. What are you all talking about?
There was
It's a game.
Yeah, there's a game where you can go and explore Epstein's Island and like fight bosses and stuff. It comes out.
Jeffrey's the bad guy.
Yeah, February like 8th or something like that, or 12th. It's before Valentine's Day for
It's
sure.
a real game, Gord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
real
they
game.
can't use
Oh.
all the names because, like, at one
Tough.
point you have to fight a character who's in a wheelchair who chases all these short people around. It's crazy. He has missiles.
Get
You gotta
over
save it.
here. Get over here.
I'll share the link in the private chat.
Yeah, please do so they can see that.
February 16th, sorry, right after.
Too bad it didn't come out on Valentine's Day. That would have been funny.
That would have been perfect, right?
Get some love
Romance
on
yourselves with some pedos, guys.
Find some love on Epstein's. Anyway, yeah, this is where Farina's character here, he's just like, why can't I find four fingers and this and that? And then the girls, his daughter, the other guy's daughters are like, yeah, get Bullet Tooth Tony. Bullet Tooth Tony. This is like, yeah, he got shot 6 times, close range, and survived. And they showed the scene, which is skipped over a little bit, but there's this like Chinese guy who's killing. He's like, "You're gonna die, Tony!" And he like gets shot, falls into the wall, and then comes out with a sword. He's like, after you're like, "What the hell?" So obviously he's a tough SOB, but that's ironic as to what happens to him later. It's pretty damn funny. So yeah, while he's smashing some guy's head into with the door in his car, he gets the call for the help. He's like, "Bonjour." It's so funny. It's so damn funny. Yeah.
Do they already play Lucky Star here, or is that later?
I
think that's in the car. With Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, it's coming up. So they basically tell the black guys here, like, yeah, you got 48 hours to get my shit and get back before we kill you and all that. And so like, okay, and this is where they meet Bullet Tooth Tony. Vinnie Jones. By the way, I don't know if this is in the trivia. The ball say Vinnie Jones was a football player. Sorry, I don't want to get shot. Football player for a long time. He was actually pretty good from what I researched.
What team?
I want to say it was it Manchester? No, maybe not Manchester.
I'm
God
just
damn
proud
it.
of you that you knew that he played, the football.
He did.
You don't got to tell me the team. I'm just proud of you.
Yeah. He did. He was really good. He was actually
pretty cool.
It was a while. I would say it was like over a decade he played. So he became an actor after that.
Gosh,
Obviously.
he played from 84 to 99.
That's it. Yeah. What team
Wimbledon,
was it?
Wimbledon, Leeds United, Sheffield United, Chelsea,
Okay,
and
never mind.
Queen's
It wasn't
Park
Manchester.
Rangers. Chelsea would be, I guess, the most notable one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good career for himself.
16-year career. It's not bad.
Not bad. No.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah. This part was funny. So I like this part where they're coming out. And he's like, yeah, the bookies got black. And this Javi's like, could you speak fucking English? Because you people invented the goddamn language. You people's like, could you actually speak? You're right, Gord. His lines were freaking.
He has so many good lines in this.
God, he delivers it so well. So yeah, they're gonna go kind of hunting around. And is this the Mullet? This guy's name's Mullet on the left. He's talking shit about the blue. He gets scared because he hears him and it's like, so he's like, you got to do me a favor. And he's like, oh, what do I get out of it? And he puts his head into the window and starts, this is your part, Price. When he starts playing the music. He's like, hey, play the music. And you can be my lucky star. He's like, oh, I love this joint.
Right here, this is the part, yeah.
Yeah. That kind of surprised me with the music. I don't know what I expected. It wasn't that. But I guess
what's this guy's name?
This guy right here?
No, not the mustache.
The British dude,
Vinnie Jones,
the soccer player, Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones. Okay.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of Guy Ritchie.
He did Snatch and Midnight Meat Train. So definitely.
He was also
that was a terrible movie.
Was he in Lock, Stock? He was in Lock, Stock.
Yeah, he's in Lock, Stock.
Yeah.
I just brought up both of them because they both have euphemistic titles.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, okay.
This is why we have Gord on the show.
I think that Lock, Stock is probably what cemented his career as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Vinnie Jones, yeah.
Yeah, because it would have been right after he, I guess, stopped playing football.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I know that those early movies, especially Lock, Stock, that was quite literally made for like $5. Maybe not $5, but you know what I mean. Probably
I know.
a few $100,000 or something. And probably he needed people that he thinks are cool on screen, but he didn't have money for a lot of big stars. So I think that probably that's why he took somebody like Vinnie Jones, who was looking to do something cool, The only surprise there is that I think Sting appeared in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels because somebody showed him a short film of Guy Ritchie, and he thought that was super cool, and he wanted to be in it. But
no kidding.
That's why Sting is in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrel that had maybe like a 10th of the budget that Snatch had, and Snatch itself didn't have a big budget.
Big budget now.
Yeah, this was like 10 million. I think that one was like 1, something like that.
I don't even know if that was 1, but let's just say that it's under 1.
Right. Oh, this is one of my favorite parts of the movie. Boris the Blade, Boris the bullet dodger. And why do they call him that? Because he dodges bullets, Avi. It's like so just matter of fact. It's the way he delivered it, though. It was so funny. Even this guy's laughing. Look. He's like, that's some funny shit, man. This is fucked. In the quiet words of Virgin Mary. Oh, there's some great dialogue in this movie, man. Are you taking the piss? What could I do? Yeah, so he's just basically like trying to figure out how to make it. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. So they Big Top. He's like, I'm gonna make a point out of this. I'm gonna go attack him, break up his stuff. He's just pissed off at this point because he's getting screwed over by Turkish. This part was fucked up, man. He burns down Mickey's mom's caravan with her sleeping in it. It's like, oof, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that was rough. Poor Brad.
Yeah, it was one thing that I know the first time I watched it when he kind of screwed them over. I was like, they're gonna make Mickey pay for that, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's like they presented this guy as a really bad dude, and it's like, they totally did.
Yeah,
killed his mom.
Killed his mom. Yeah, there's some sweet revenge.
Yeah, the travelers have been disappearing people for a long time. And they don't have pigs.
They don't have pigs. Yeah, then he gets his fake. Tommy comes in to rescue Turkish with his fake gun, but they don't know it doesn't work. Yeah, this is pretty good. Then they get out of there, obviously, and then they go see Mickey and apologize. And I like that. He's like, "Did you do it?" And she's like, "What are you sorry for?" Look at his face. It's like, "Oh shit, this guy's fucking nuts." Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I think you're right. The Brad Pitt really did kind of have. Oh god, he really did drop off for a while.
He had interesting roles, like in Legends of the Fall, 7, Fight Club, Snatch.
Yeah.
Like he seemed to have genuine. He was more than just a pretty boy. And then
when was Ocean's 11?
2001. Just 1 year later.
Right after this. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? Maybe it was around Troy because he had to put on all that muscle for Troy. And I feel like he just he defaulted into that heartthrob role a little bit too much. Okay. And then, Angelina came along and it all just went downhill from there.
Was Troy like...
Yeah, 12 Monkeys as well. Yeah.
Was Troy like his descent? Because I remember Troy bombed, and then after that he had like a bad. Was that when he had like a bad run of movies at some point?
No, he was doing like Oscar-worthy dramas for a little while. Yeah, okay. But it was just nothing standout, like nothing that was defining to compare to everything else he was doing.
Yeah, he has a few noteworthy, decent movies peppered in here and there, but he has a lot of bad ones too.
A lot of bad ones too.
Yeah. He has Inglourious Bastards. He has Benjamin Button with David Fincher, but even that one, he's fine in it. I don't know if he's great in it. But
2005 is when Mr. and Mrs. Smith came out, so there's probably
that brought him back. Yeah,
there's your point of going downhill.
Well, no, but because that movie was successful and people liked it, and then
it was, but that was with Angelina, and that's where.
That was because that was when he was getting his divorce from Jennifer Aniston, and I think the rumors
publicity
sold that movie more than anything.
What a right idiot.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like how they're talking about how they're going to find the British guy. And he just walks in to their place of business. He's got an 84 carat. This fucking scene was great. Like he just looks into the camera and he like flips, he messes with his hair. And then the next scene is like,
I'm curious about these two twins and who they are, like in real life.
Yeah, no, they're hilarious. They're hilarious. Yeah. He's a handful, so watch it. Vinny, they tell him, and he's like, not a problem. The big guy in the back's like his bodyguard. He's like, not a problem. And the next scene, he's got a bloody head in the back.
Speaking of a handful, you should check out the chat and bring up that picture.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Goodwin found that picture of Vinny Jones grabbing a dude's nuts.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let me say, hold on.
No.
Why am I not able to bring it up?
Well, Whitey has it up.
I know.
That's for
I
sure.
know why
got
the guy that Vinny Jones is grabbing's not able to bring it up.
Whoa! Because he dodges nuts.
The look on his face, though, is what makes the photo.
That's you got to see
that
the
the
photo.
ref?
It looks like it's another player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who wears short?
That's what me. That's what.
My
That's what I'm
gosh.
gonna do to Whitey when I first meet him
Aw.
in public. Hey, Whitey! Ah!
That's how we
I
greet
love-
in Triple
I
M
love
Club.
That's how we say. That's how we say hello.
The
Oh man,
secret
nice to
magic.
see you. Ah. Yeah. So they beat. So this part was funny. So, after being warned that Boris is dangerous, the very next scene is like his bodyguard's got a bloody head. He's like, "Kill him! Please kill
I
him!"
gotta go
And
to
you're
the
like,
hospital.
Yeah,
No, we
he's
gotta
like,
get
we'll
the
get you
stone
the-
first.
We'll get you a nice Jewish doctor after we get the diamond. And then they have Boris in the back. This guy won't die either. It's so hilarious. Hey, uninspired. I see you're back. Did you dream? That was a quickie. You and Rachel had a quickie up on it. Make sure you lotion up that hand, buddy. You don't want to chafe anything.
Did you get supersized by the Mick Adams?
Oh,
Maybe we should review About Time.
Yeah.
sometime,
dude.
yeah?
Hey, uninspired.
Let's
I'll do a Rachel McAdams movie for you.
If
buddy. You
Uninspired donates a sticker like
Oh, I love
Yeti,
this.
Yeah, a hot dog
The
sticker.
replicas,
we-
but nobody will know.
Oh, this was so fun. The lotion did its job. Thanks. Thank you for the visual. Uninspired.
Oh my gosh.
Appreciate you, buddy. Did you have a cigarette after?
he's French, of course.
Oh God, I mean we. All right. Anyway, yeah. So
If he's French, he had it during.
Mm.
Oh my God!
Good
Please
point.
don't let me do the note bark. No. Oh God. Next will talk me into it though, because she almost got me to do the lake house once.
I don't like the Notebook at all.
No. But if we get Bagface and Uninspired to do the note and just watch them fawn over Rachel McAdams for 2 hours, that would be pretty funny. But
That was a movie all the girls fawned over Ryan Gosling. I was like, he's not that cute. And then I saw him all bloodied up in another movie. I was like, oh, I get it now. He's cute. Yep. All
Jesus
right.
Christ.
You saw
I still
Ryan
don't know
Gosling-
why women like him. He always looks like he's going to fart.
There's a certain type of just charisma to him. That's all.
yeah,
He's getting better
charisma.
looking with age. In all honesty,
we know Roman loves him. Roman the Empire. fucking
That's
hates him
just
so
typical
much.
Canadian look, though. It's not that.
no Canadians do not look like.
All right,
Ryan
all
Gosling.
right.
Oh, my
Oh, you want to do About Time? So that what you're saying we have to do About Time? That's the movie. That's the movie for Rachel McAdams.
Which one
What
is
is
He was
about
very
time?
he was very specific about that.
It's like a romantic comedy, I think, right?
Yeah, but
Uh,
it's not,
It's not a bad movie. It's actually pretty good, but
Yeah, it's not a
Uh,
bad movie at all.
What's the movie with her and Cillian Murphy when they're on the plane and she's like
Red Eye.
Red
Yeah,
Eye,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Whatever you want, Uninspired. Anything for you, buddy. I got to do the lake. If I do About Time, I have to do the lake house for Vex then.
I
No,
thought his
no, I
name was
don't-
Killian. I thought he was Killian. For a while, I
Is it
thought he was
Killian?
Cillian Murphy, and then
What did
somebody
I
said
say?
no, he's Killian.
pretty
It
sure
is
it's Killian.
Killian, yeah. It's
Did I say
pronounced that.
Cillian? Well, that was my
Yeah.
autism.
I used
You
to
were
make the
thinking-
same
you were
mistake
thinking
until somebody
like a
corrected me.
Sicilian.
Cillian Murphy.
You were
yeah,
thinking
that's the
like
guy.
a Sicilian.
So this part's funny because they're going to go to Boris and they have these replica guns and he's like trying to convince him like, these are just as good. We'll go in. He's like, what? It's like replicas. And it actually says replica on the side, which is fucking hilarious. But you find out later. So yeah, they get into Boris's house. Very industrious for a Cossack. He fucking hates this guy. And he finds the diamond. And these guys show up. And from here on out, it's like craziness. And because you're getting to like the last half hour of the movie, and you're like, oh, well, how is this all going to culminate into one? Everything's tying in finally. And holy shit. And then he goes into a whole discussion about milk and how people's digestive systems haven't adapted to dairy. And Jason Statham's like, what? What have you been reading? He says. Just funny. Oh my God, they're so funny. Yeah. And they're talking about how they're going to kill him. And I like this guy. He's like, guns are too noisy. And he goes, knives are just, he's like, well, what the hell? How do you want to kill him then? This is goddamn funny. Yeah, and they fire the gun. This is
The
your
guy in
part.
the back pulls the sword out. It's like,
Yeah. And then he's like, "Do these guns work?" In the car, he's like, "Yep." And he's like, gets so pissed off, he fires it. Like, what the hell are you doing? And then they run over Boris. And I like how they did this. I like how they show you what's happening, and they go back a little bit.
Yeah, they just go car to car to car.
Car to car, yeah.
Everyone's role in this little.
Throw the milk out the window.
Yeah, this is what. Well, fuck me, Tommy. What have you been reading? Statham is so goddamn good. Yeah, then they finally figure a knife is going to be the way to do it, and she's like, "Yeah, just go ahead and put the knife you have away. I have a better one." He pulls out this fucking sword.
Just has a sword on him. It's like, what?
Yeah, and then they crash because Tommy throws the milk out of his car, and of course you hear a car crash, and they're like, "Oops!" And then you realize it was them, and they're like, "Is that Boris in the street?" He gets hit by the car. Oh god, it's so goddamn funny. And then of course the guy in the back.
Seat,
Let me see if I can. I don't know if it'll be. Yeah, he's got the knife stuck.
Now you got the full saber in his. Yeah. How did he get the whole saber in his shit?
You're the poor doggy.
Squeak.
Yeah. You're not bringing that dog with you, and then this is where you get the part where, yeah, they go to Boris's house.
Yeah, they're like, I want a new gun. And
I'm gonna tell him.
Boris is like having none of it.
Yeah, I want a gun that works, and I'm gonna tell them. Boris comes up from behind. And this part, well, before the Germans get here, and then he grabs him. He's like, "Hey, Boris!" And then Boris grabs him in the nuts.
And then comes out with an AK with a grenade launcher on it.
Yeah, look at this.
He's just talking to himself. Okay, it's on now.
Oh god, hey, fermented cinema, how you doing, buddy? Oh god,
he's going after the Germans.
Yeah, it's so goddamn funny.
Well, he is the German, isn't he?
He is the yeah. So
Russian.
these guys walk in on my boy Bullet Tony, and it's funny because
this is a good
he
scene.
he knows right away that the guns are fake because he can freaking read them.
Your gun says replica on the side.
Then he talks about the balls because there's two kinds of balls. Oh,
I'd love to say what kind of balls he brings up in this, but we're not allowed to say it.
We're not allowed to say it.
But I was dying listening to this. I was like, yes.
Yeah, he's like, they smell pussy and want a piece of the action. But you got your party's muddled up like he's great in this. Yeah.
Considering that he doesn't have any acting experience a lot before this is really good delivery of the scene.
Yeah.
He's a natural.
And he's like, mine says Desert Eagle
well,
on the side.
I mean, you say he doesn't have acting, but I don't know. There's a lot of flopping in soccer, so.
Well, for that kind of
okay, LeBron.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, your balls are shrinking along with your presence. They're like, whoops. This part was funny.
He pulls like a 50 cal Desert Eagle on him. It's like,
yeah,
oh.
yeah. And I like how he goes.
He fires that Desert Eagle way too easy. I'm like,
a little,
some serious recoil.
Yeah, you need two hands to hold that thing and shoot. Yeah, but he's like Avi's like, fuck you, I don't care. Go ahead and shoot. I don't give a shit. And then I love how Boris comes in the other side, and you're like, oh. Yeah, then he comes in and he goes, "Hey, Avi, pull up your socks." Oh God,
we gotta use that as code for something. Actually, moving.
We do. Pull up your socks.
I like that code.
Anytime we need something behind the scenes, we're gonna yell out, "Pull up your socks, Vex." Then and he actually loses the case with the freaking diamond in after all that.
Oh, what's Boris doing here?
And he just shoots Boris. And I love how they're showing it off screen where they keep shooting him, and you just hear Boris like, oh, he's like,
this is that kind of that payoff of the bullet dodging thing. Because it's really not so much that he dodges bullets, it's just that he's really freaking hard to kill.
To die.
Like, guys, one bullet from a 50 cal is more than enough. And he's like, take him like 6 freaking times with that.
Take the piss, Boris. Take the piss. He shoots him. Oh God. So
like, you gotta be kidding me, right? He just shoots him over and over again with this hand cannon.
They leave the dog there, and he's whimpering and whistling with his squeaky toy at the same time. This part was funny because he's like, I hid the diamond in my pants just in case we get robbed. He's like, who's gonna rob two black guys holding guns in the shittiest car? That was goddamn funny. That made me laugh out loud.
These guys' scenes were probably the best of the movie.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
See, who's gonna mug two black fellas holding pistols in the shittiest car? Oh god. Bullet Tony and his friend 50. He's like, how do you know? He's like, because they're standing outside the window. Come on, Whitey. How do you not like this? God damn it.
You weren't a fan of this, Whitey?
No.
Why?
He was mad at me. You know how mad he was at me today?
Was it too
really
British?
Fun, and then hijinks ensued kind of movie.
Was it too British?
Yeah. It's
water pistols behind.
It was pretty much that kind of sums it up. I'd rather watch your movie again, Vex.
Old Boy? Really?
Wow.
I would thought you would like this more.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's less depressing, maybe. But
is this true? Is this true, Whitey? Like they're in the caravan? Is that really where you live?
Dude, I would have like 3 of these caravans duct taped together. I'm not a broke bitch, okay?
Damn.
Yeah,
this is a very quotable. I'm actually really surprised that you actually would prefer old. Honestly, not that
I was too. I was watching this. I looked back at my wife. I said, "What the fuck just happened?"
God damn it,
So,
but
we'll sum it up here at the end.
No, we'll get to the end. Yeah. So he's talking about Mickey. Mickey has to fight, right? He has to go down in the 4th round again, and he's like, they're going through like how, like his the gypsy whatever. Like they don't when they. A relative dies, they just get drunk and party and shit. They're like just worried about how if he's going to even be able to perform. And then so they just go into like this montage of Brad Pitt getting fucking shit faced. It's so freaking funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, and they walk into the black guy's soul, and the dog just shit everywhere and has like this stuff all over the place. It's a bit funky. And he open a window, he says. Look at this fucking place on the bottom. They're looking for the diamond, and they're lying, right? They're like, "Oh, I put it in a box," when he really has it in his pants. And then he tells, they finally tell Avi, "Yeah, it's in the dog." And Avi's like, "Fucking go open up the dog." And then even Vinnie Jones here, he's like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "That's a little much even for me." It's not a tin of baked beans. What do you mean open them up? I don't know. Yeah. And even they're like, "Oh God, no!" And then he goes to shoot the dog, and the dog just goes nuts. It was a funny scene. The dog just starts attacking everybody. It's hilarious. Yeah. Then he finally gets him the diamond.
I like that when he gets the diamond, though. He's like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like impressed that it was hiding
down there the whole time. Yeah. So what happens is he's looking at the diamond and the dog takes the diamond. Ironically,
now it's in the dog.
Oh God! And then Avi just like doesn't even pay attention to it. He's just shooting rounds like crazy around the room. That's how I looked like my first day at the range ever firing a weapon. It's exactly what he did. I'm not even kidding. It was like, what? Yeah. I decided to shoot a 12 gauge with a buckshot as my first weapon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
man.
shoulder was sore. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Now it's my favorite weapon. But yeah. Yeah, so he goes, Tony, come over, and he's like, "Oh, Tony." The whole ironic thing is that the guy got shot 6 times earlier, right? In the backstory, when they go back into that story, and then this guy just accidentally shoots him in the fucking head and kills him, and he's just dead. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm back to New York. I'm done."
Never go back or never visit London.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you have to declare?
Yeah, he's like, "Never go to England."
Yeah.
So funny. Yeah, then they have to get rid of the bodies and all this. So it's just a lot. You have to now. There's only 15 minutes left in the movie. It feels like they cram a lot here in the last 15 minutes, but it's done well.
Yeah, it's well done. You don't know how they're going to tie everything up, and yet still they manage to do it.
They do a great. Would you say, Whitey?
I said, now you're saying that they cram it a lot.
They've
been cramming the whole.
Listen, just because you know
I
what,
was
Whitey?
waiting for someone to pluck that low hanging fruit.
Do you know how pissed off Whitey must have been at me today? He's home, day off. He's playing Pal World. He's getting into, and he's like, Greg made me wait. Can only made me waste 2 hours of my life watching this stupid fucking British movie when he could have been chasing dragons and shit. It's like, listen,
I did both at the same time.
I don't think Whitey will hate this as much as if he watches it 5 years from now. when Pal World's not
actually, yeah, Flaccid. There's no Italians in this movie, so you will like it.
I'm curious as to why Whitey didn't like the movie.
Yeah, I'm very curious too.
It's a movie that either you kind of like or you really like. I've never met anybody that hated it.
Well, you haven't met White Bear.
Yeah,
definitely not enough diversity for my taste. I'll tell you that right now.
Not enough. Well, there's color in the movie. Come on.
Right, there's a few people that are non-Caucasian in it.
There's
Was
a
it
blue
too Jewish
tint.
for you, Whitey? Is
There's
that
a blue
it?
tint over the entire.
Was it
movie
too
to
Jewish for
represent
you?
how horrible London is?
Jeez. Yeah. So
There's even a guy named Turkish in it. So-
yeah, there you go. So Big Top is setting up this whole plan is to like if the things don't work out, he's got all his men at the gypsy camp and they're gonna kill everybody, and it's kind of funny because you really you don't know where you don't know what's
surprise on this one.
that part. The ending was great. Yeah. Oh, that was so funny where he tells him here. What does he call him again? He calls fuckface. He goes, I'll remember that the next time I'm climbing off your mum. That was pretty good. Oh God. Yeah. So he's just warning him and shit, and yeah, you don't know where this is gonna go. Cause it's funny too, because now you get into the boxing match as we're finishing up here, and you gotta expect him to do his normal thing and just slug the guy one time. And you're like, oh shit, here we go again. And he does hit him. So was he holding back on purpose, or was he just so tired and drunk that he just didn't have? Because I think obviously one of my buddies was saying he was holding back, or not holding back, that he was too drunk and tired.
I think he was doing it on purpose. I think he was giving his guys time to get their stuff
get set up.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because because at the end he fucking like almost kills the guy. So it's like, yeah, with one punch. Cinematography was very good in this movie, especially the scene that's the way they filmed the scene coming up where he gets his ass kicked, Pitt, and he's falling back.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
That was
great.
That was filmed
Great shot,
amazing. Yeah.
And it was nicely
Kinda
edited into the
stylish.
water drop as well.
100%.
Right.
That's what they tried to do with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
Aw.
exactly. Poor bastards.
Only
so
this one came
cute.
out cool, and that one was. Am I allowed to
Boring.
say a bad word?
Oh, yes, you are.
It was
This is our
shit.
channel. Say it. Any bad
was
word
shit.
you want to say. I'm trying to get Gord to say a bad word.
Whoa,
He
whoa,
won't,
whoa,
though.
whoa, whoa! Price of reason, calm down. Fucking
Yeah,
hey,
come
man.
on. Fucking A price.
It was fecal matter.
Sounds different when it's coming out of
One
his mouth.
day, I'm gonna get Gord to say one bad word on the stream.
I've heard
day.
him say one bad word.
I've said a bad word.
He said a bad
What,
word.
what did you say? Shit? Is that the worst you
No.
said?
We'll
sorry.
say it after the program.
Okay, we'll go in the back. Yeah, we're in the back room. We can...
Somebody
Gord's a
asked
nice
us-
Christian boy. Sorry, go ahead.
Somebody asked us which fight was better, this or Echo. I guess versus Daredevil.
I don't know which one.
Jay Goodwin.
Jay. Oh god, he's like, you're dancing like a fairy.
Depends. Those slurs don't count.
Gordo says a lot. Well, no. Just throw pumpkin slurs back at him. That's all. Oh god. Yeah. So we just finally. Yeah, Brad Pitt's getting. This guy's a big dude too. I wouldn't want to get hit by him, but yeah, this is the part here. I wish I could show it. Maybe a quick. It's done so well. It's probably the best shot of the whole movie. And
Yeah.
like Vex said, it's seamless where he falls into the water. And I love.
Yeah, this is absolutely the best part of the movie.
It was great, and then I love how he comes right back up and just nails him. I can't show it, but they did a great
Guy
job.
Ritchie boxing scene. Another
Yeah,
Guy Ritchie good boxing scene is the Sherlock Holmes one.
I was gonna
Oh,
say, like,
yeah,
Sherlock
yeah,
Holmes
really.
was really he shot.
That's
those
when he
down.
gets artistic as hell with things.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah, and I like how these guys are like, oh shit, we gotta get out of here, and then everybody's like, oh, and he calls the campsite, and he hears it. So I like how they do this. They show that he hears the gunshot, but you don't know what he said yet or who was talking back to him because they cut that and then they show it later. But this is done well. And I like how the guy's like, "Give me the shooter." He's like, "I'll give it to you, you cunt." Then he freaking shoots him. It is really good. Yeah, and then they go through all the plans that Pitt's character had with all his gypsy people and the pikeys. Yeah,
I like this part too.
Yeah, this was great. They kill everybody in the van, and then obviously they shoot this guy, Big Top, which, let's face it, he did deserve it. He was a fucking lunatic. Yeah, here you go. I'll give you your shooter, you cunt. Pull your socks up. Yeah, it was great. It was a great scene. And then he's like, "Well, we're still fucked though, because we don't have a caravan. We didn't get any money." Turkish is like, "What the fuck, man?
Don't have a boxer.
They have a boxer." Yeah. Yeah. And they're looking for him, and the camp just gone. That's what gypsies do, right? They just leave when they want. And the cops the cop, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh shit." And the dog comes. He's like, "Oh, we're walking the dog." He's like, "Is that a
I like
problem?"
what they say. What's in the car? Steering wheels and seats.
Get the dog, Tommy. He's like, they're always playing crazy games. He's chasing the dog around, and you hear the fucking squeaking toy. Oh, that's squeaking toy. And I
like also you can see a lot of style of both, like, editing and even some of the dialogue responses that Edgar Wright.
Yes.
I mean, I think Edgar Wright does it better than Guy Ritchie, but you can tell he appreciates Guy Ritchie's style a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Why do you have a dead man with the arm missing? Is that a tea cozy on his head? Oh god. Oh, you love a dog, don't you, Tommy? And then they get right back to the beginning of the movie, and yeah, the dog. They took the squeaky toy out of the poor dog. Look at this beautiful dog. Yeah. So they got him to a vet and all this, and he's like, "Yeah, what do you think?" And then this is where the movie started, and then they go back to Avi, and Avi's coming back to London. I wish there was actually rumors that they were going to make a sequel to this, but they decided not to.
I'm glad they didn't. It's good.
It's a perfect ending.
Yeah.
Didn't need one.
That was Snatch. It's not a long movie, so it's easy to scrub through. It's still, besides Whitey's horrible take, and I love him anyway. It was just a fun movie. I think it has rewatchability. I think
Absolutely.
it's just a fun movie to watch. Get some good laughs out of it, and yeah, I don't know. So I guess we could do the trivia now, Vex, if you are so inclined.
I do have trivia, yes.
Please do.
All right. So this movie, this had a bit of a varying release date, but it was mainly in November 2000. It came out in the UK first, and then it came out about a month later in the US. So it actually, because this was a UK release, it made $15 million over in the UK. Worldwide, after everything, it made about $83.5 million.
Wow.
Actually, I don't. Hold on. I didn't put down the budget. Fuck.
Well, hold on. While you're looking that up, we have a question from Uninspired. Are we Matthew Vaughn or Guy Ritchie fans?
Y'all know Matthew Vaughn helped produce this.
You did?
Yeah, he was the main producer on this. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Does anybody have a preference?
this is a budget of $10 million.
Wow.
It was awesome. This is an awesome movie for $10 million.
How much did it make, you said? I'm sorry.
83
Almost
million.
84,000.
Wow.
$84 million. Yeah.
Wow.
Every studio could only hope that they'd spend $10 million on a movie and make $84 million on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
really.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to answer
I like
Uninspired's
both.
question.
Yeah,
I like them both.
Like
I think I favor Guy Ritchie a little more.
Same
me
here.
too.
A
Me
little bit
too.
more. Yeah.
A little bit. They're both good though. Sorry, go ahead, Vex.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So trivia. When Guy Ritchie told Brad Pitt that he would be playing a boxer, Pitt became concerned because he had just finished shooting Fight Club and did not want to play the same type of role again. But Pitt took the role anyway because he wanted to work with Guy Ritchie so badly after being a fan of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, which came out in '98.
Wow.
Brad Pitt's character and indecipherable speech was inspired by many critics' complaints about the accents of the characters in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Guy Ritchie decided to counter the criticisms by creating a character that not only couldn't be understood by the audience, but also couldn't be understood by characters in the movie.
You get a special solo layout, Vex, when you do trivia. I'm sorry.
I gotta change my avatar then. Hold on.
I forgot to do that. We did that last week. I actually like that. That's the new thing for trivia now.
I don't have a lot of selection right now. In all honesty, I guess we'll go with Titty Morgan. There you go. Since he was playing a particularly scummy character, Brad Pitt made a point of rarely washing during the film's production.
You can kind of, I get that sense from him in general.
Yep. Every mistake that Soul, Vincent, and Tyrone make were inspired by various late-night TV shows about real-life crimes gone horribly wrong.
Wow.
The producers couldn't afford enough extras for the boxing match sequences, so whenever a camera angle changed, the extras had to move around to create an impression of a crowded house.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
According to the DVD commentary, Bo the dog was very difficult to work with. During the car scene with Vincent, Soul, and Tyrone, the dog was actually attacking Lenny James, and James was actually bitten in the crotch by the dog, but didn't suffer any serious injury.
Jesus.
Dog was replaced after that incident.
My God.
Wouldn't stop squeaking.
Unfortunately, Lenny James' privates were not saved after this. He actually hit himself in the privates with the shotgun while blasting a hole in the wall of the bookies, but continued the scene. That footage was used in the final film.
That's dedication right there. That is hilarious. Now that I know that's even funnier.
To keep things in order during production, director Guy Ritchie introduced a system of fines on set. There were fines for mobile phones ringing, arriving late, taking naps during shooting, and being cheeky, being unfunny, and or moaning and complaining. One staff member was even charged for letting the craft service table run out of coffee cups.
Oh my God. Okay.
Jason Fleming, who played like one of Brad Pitt's brothers, joked that the working conditions on this film were so terrible that Brad Pitt's trailer was picketed by Amnesty International as not being fit for someone to live in.
Oh my gosh.
The hell, man. All the dogs.
The dogs.
Dogs. Oh, dogs.
Oh, you got the caravan, you know?
Guy Ritchie reportedly paid US $1 million for the use of Madonna's song Lucky Star. At the time he made this movie, Ritchie was dating Madonna and was married to her from late 2000 to 2008. Ritchie would later direct Madonna in Swept Away in 2002 and would direct her controversial music video for the song What It Feels Like for a Girl.
Jesus.
It always blows my mind that they were married because he's
Right?
out of league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
I wonder what he looks like now, because we all know, the only thing we don't know about how she looks now is what planet she looks like she's from. Holy crap.
Yeah. That poor guy.
During the short telephone conversation to cousin Abby, Frankie Four Fingers changes into 4 different outfits.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either until I read the
No,
trivia.
that's interesting. Yeah.
When Vinnie Jones is introduced in the movie, he is slamming a man's head in a car door. It was the head of stunt co-coordinator and action director Tom Delmar who volunteered for the job.
That's hilarious.
The word bricktop is British slang for someone with red hair, so it can be assumed that Bricktop had ginger hair in his youth.
And that's
Makes
why
sense.
he has no soul.
Brad Pitt said that he based his accent off a guest character on the Irish TV show A Song for Europe, Fred Rickwood, who appeared in the episode A Song for Europe. Oh, there's a title episode, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Maybe I copied and
It's
pasted
gay,
that
don't
wrong.
worry.
Yeah. The U.S. distributors considered changing the title to Snatched or Snatched with like just apostrophe D instead of ED. Most likely because the word snatch means vagina.
Oh, really? That's what that means? Oh, whoa.
You didn't know
my
that?
god!
I didn't know that. Wow. Learned
That's
something
why
new
I
every
made
day.
that joke tweeting it out.
It's one of those board
Whoops.
words.
Oh, was that what that means? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
The film, not the wet, snug hole. A snatch.
Leave it to Vex to do the best quote tweets after I just, hey, come watch our show. And then that happens. I'm like, I fucking love her.
In his very first shot on screen, it's heavily implied that Mickey is defecating on the ground between a car and a caravan. Brad Pitt is Cockney rhyming slang for shit.
It's at.
And then I have 2 bits of casting trivia.
Well, please.
So the role of Bricktop Pulford was originally offered to Dave Courtney. I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's oh, what the hell? I know that name. Courtney.
I haven't seen any of the stuff that he's listed in on IMDb.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, wait, here. Oh, wait. No, never mind. That's not the guy I was thinking of. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, you're good. And also Bricktop was also offered to Sean Connery. Connery liked the script and was curious to see Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So producer Matthew Vaughn hastily arranged a screening for him at extreme short notice. Connery duly turned up and watched the film before emerging with his judgment quote, "That is a good film," he said, and in a stage whisper, "You're not going to be able to afford me." Cue Alan Ford.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved Shinko. Pigs! You feed them to the pigs.
Look, Melvin messaged me some trivia as well.
Please.
So Bobby Frankham actually is the guy that trained Pitt for the film. He's the crazy gypsy who attacks the referee. And the guy that Brad Pitt fights at the end is Scott Welch. He is a British and European heavyweight champion. He fought for the world title once, the WBO version.
He looks like a dangerous man.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. I'm actually surprised there was as much trivia as there was for this film because I figured this was more like I haven't met a lot of people that have watched Snatch, so
really,
yeah.
What, the movie or
Was that
the?
boxer?
Never mind.
The movie.
Was that boxer the same boxer in Sherlock Holmes movie?
Oh, I'm not sure. Actually.
I think he was. Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah. Now that you said that, good call, Jacob.
Man, maybe we should review Sherlock Holmes because that first movie was really good. I didn't like the second one.
Yeah,
we could do that. We can add it to the schedule
first
later.
One was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, you can take me off the.
Oh, sorry. Vex's like, please get me off the fucking. Get me off here. Okay, so now let's do our rankings of this movie. We'll start with you, Mr. Jacob Ironside. What would you rank Snatch?
I'd give it a 6.5, 7.
It's fair. Yeah, that's a fair score. Let's see. Price of Reason, my man. What would you give this ranking of this movie?
I mean, it's a certain style of film, and I like that it has its own style.
White Bear, sorry.
For whatever it's supposed to White Bear. For whatever it's supposed to be, I would give it an 8.2 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. It knows exactly what it is, and it's just
it does exactly what it wants to do. It has a specific thing that it does, and for whatever it is, I think it does it well. Personally, that's what I think.
Nice.
The Pumpkin God, Gord King.
Yeah, I think by my own scale, I think this is a really good movie. Not quite a great one, so yeah, I'm gonna go 7 dog digested diamonds out of 10.
That's good. Vex.
I actually really like this movie. I'm glad that we chose this and I got to rewatch this. I think this is Guy Ritchie's best film as well, or at least it's on par with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Good cast. There's a lot of good chemistry between all the actors as well. Brad Pitt really shines here back when he was not as big of a star. Like Price of Reason said too, it has its own style and it knows what it wants to be. And it's very consistent throughout the whole film. Like there never feels a moment where it's slacking or moving a little bit too fast.
Right.
It's also very impressive that this was all done on a budget of $10 million.
Unbelievable.
So, and there's a lot of rewatchability factor because there's just so many fucking one-liners in here that are great. So
yeah.
I give this 7.5 the Germans out of 10.
The Germans. Okay, that's a
I
fair
think if
score.
you have a
I do.
scale of the Germans, it has to be out of 9.
It's so rare that I give the highest score, but I actually
Yeah, what
think,
the hell?
I think it's a good movie. I think that I don't know. I've seen much worse movie than this. I think
Yeah.
this
You know
one's
what
a
it
good
is?
one.
This generally is not my type of film. I think that's it. Like, this is very much a guy's film.
Yeah.
So like, to part of my brain, I'm just like, like I'm having fun with it, but I'm not enjoying it as much. But I've met a couple dudes that really love this film, and it's
Well,
a
plus
guy's
it's a
film.
comedy. It's not like a crime mob drama. It's like an
I think it's-
actual
And
comedy.
it's also
so-
one of those movies where you got to really pay attention. Otherwise,
Yes.
all of it is going to just skate past you. So for that reason too, I can see why, like, it's not the kind of movie that you could just kind of put on and watch half-heartedly. Like, you'd have to pay attention once you put it on.
Well, yeah, unless you've seen it like 100 times, you just want to watch
Right.
it. To
So
watch
it's
certain
still a
scenes,
very good movie to me. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just I guess once I get my personal feelings involved, it's still maybe it's a little bit closer to an 8 than a 7.5. Like, there's a lot of other heist movies that have tried to imitate this formula and don't do it nearly as well.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Speaking of high, White Bear.
Sounds like a bunch of comedy goofs.
Be honest, Whitey. We still love you, even though you're nuts.
Well, for me, it was just a movie that I don't know. I feel like if you had ADHD, it would be perfectly in line with you, or if you were like a squirrel on crack. Sorry, wrong guy. Okay, but there we go. I gotta be super serious about this. So, anyways, but everything was everything was going on, thrown together so damn quick for me. I just really couldn't get into it in that way. It seems like you have 20 different movie scripts all in one script, and you're introducing so many people that maybe it's just because it was 24 years ago, but a lot of these people mean different things to us. It's kind of like an ensemble cast. And it's like, God, hey, it's that guy, it's that person, and then like a bunch of people who really quickly don't matter. I couldn't get invested to anybody except for the fucking squeaking dog, so I'm gonna give it a 5. 5 squeaks.
Oh my god! Now we got to do Get Shorty though, because that's to me the superior movie. But I love this movie, but Get Shorty to me is one of those. God, I could watch that movie 1,000 times.
Yeah, it has.
Elmore Leonard books translate exceptionally well.
They do. You're right. Yeah, it's just
his writing it works so well. For
yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna give this movie 7 pikeys out of 10. I just think it works well. Price of Reason's right. It knows what it wants to be. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just a fun movie. And on the second watch earlier today, I actually enjoyed it more. I do think it's one of those movies that after you watch it a few times, if you just put it on, go to a certain scene, it's coming. It's a much easier watch. Like Vex said, the first time you're watching it, you got to pay attention. You're going to miss something. But great movie. Yeah, I like it. I enjoyed it. It was a great pick. So I'm glad that coming out of the, as Vex would say, the I fucking can't even speak tonight. The nerd culture of Lord of the Rings. It was a nice deviation. Just go to something fun. I love Lord of the Rings, but I'm just saying it's a joke. But yeah, it's great. And I love this movie. I think it's great. I think it is probably Guy Ritchie's best. But I got to say, there's other movies he has made that we were going through backstage. The Gentleman, as Gord King said, I forgot he made that movie, which is
a good movie.
That's my favorite of his. That's my
Matthew
favorite
McConaughey's in that. I mean, it's a great cast in that movie.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Dude,
The Gentleman's good.
Colin Farrell's in it. It's a good movie. So definitely check that out.
Adding to the watch list.
So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to like from him. And The Covenant too. I mean, we were talking about his most recent movie, which was great. So
I still haven't seen that one. That one is a war one.
He's made some good ones. Yeah. Price of Reason, I'm not watching that shit.
It's very good. It's very good. That was one of the best movies of 2023 for me.
It was great.
The Covenant. Yeah.
I should watch it. Those movies are a downer for me. Those type of movies.
Yeah, I get that.
To be fair,
it's not a heavy combat movie. It's more just about one guy saves another guy, and then the other guy, while he's home, does everything he can to get the other one back home.
Yeah, it's more uplifting, I would say.
It is. Has a great ending.
Yeah,
All right,
there's like
maybe
a
I'll
lot of,
give it a chance then.
yeah, it's dark subject matter, but it gets happy. Like there is a good story that comes
Right.
through, and the characters end on a positive note.
It's a good
so
bromance kind of movie.
I
Not
would say it's
bromance,
a
but like,
bromance.
no, a good bro, like bro. not
Whoa.
bromance. There's no. Well, that's what I would.
But,
I'd
like-
say it's a good bro code
bro movie. It's a bro
There we
movie.
go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a bro code movie.
bro code. Not
And
bromance.
it is very different from his other stuff. That's the other
Yeah.
thing. Like there's no witty comedy. There's no kind of interesting or quick shots or anything like that. So it's a bit of a departure from his usual form, but it works. It's very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Good. I think it
What I've seen about him is that he is capable of doing more quote unquote mainstream or more standard type of work.
Mhm.
Meaning, when they told him to do Aladdin or whatever, I mean, he did it. I'm sure it's not the movie that he sits around and watches all day. He went, collected a check, and ran away. But he did direct Aladdin for
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
Oops.
I fucking hate that movie. My goodness, what a disgrace.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really blame him for it. I think that anybody that would have directed that movie, I would have disliked it pretty much.
hmm
I was
Oh,
told
the
by,
script was terrible, so it didn't matter. who
Disney
was
can
making
ruin plenty of. I mean, James
Yeah.
Mangold, John Favreau,
Right.
Guy Ritchie.
wha-
They ruin good directors.
It's not even so much ruining. Once you're in that kind of system, they're not just letting you direct the movie. They
No.
have the movie that they want, and you better do what they say. They almost want to say that you're directing it, just so they can say they got a big name. They would,
Yeah, like
you know,
Sam
that-
Raimi.
Yeah, and that's more or less what I mean. Is
Yeah.
they ruin them for that movie. I don't think they ruin them long term. Once they're
right.
away
It's
from
not.
them,
It's not a
they're fine.
long term situation. I think Guy Ritchie probably said to himself, "With this money that I'm making here, I'm going to buy I'm going to buy a yacht and a house and
F,
a
the
new
FU
car."
money is this.
and
Yeah.
just
Gonna get
went
me a nice
around and-
restraining order from Madonna.
By the way,
you know.
Jay Goodman wanted me to share the full picture, so there you go.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
There you go.
Gotta get that on a t-shirt. In all honesty,
D's nuts. Yeah. Oops, that's a good guy's face is priceless. Oh my god, that looks like it hurts so much. He dodges nuts, Avi. Yeah, it was great. So anyway, now that we're done scrubbing through, we'll just go around and talk about what everybody's got coming up. Mr. Jacob, I know you have a good show tomorrow night, man. Your movie
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah.
is one of my favorites. So yeah, let's talk about that. What are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm doing the movie Ronin, 1998 Robert De Niro movie. Good movie.
Excellent car chase scenes in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Gourd is going to be on that one tomorrow. Are you?
No,
on
no,
that
I'm
one?
not on that. I have.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah. I did talk to you a little bit about that movie because it has Natasha McElhone.
Oh, that's
who
right,
was one
that's
of my
right.
early celebrity
Crushes.
crushes. I had a
Oh,
huge crush on
Goran,
her for,
you slide dog, you.
I did after she was in the Truman Show, and I love
Yeah.
that movie, and she is quite lovely in it.
Oh, God.
And then Thursday, I'm going to be on Roman's channel, Free Range.
Nice.
One of those Italians.
One of
That's all
those
I got.
Genzos.
All I got. One of those Italians.
We
Yeah.
see how it is. We said it.
Price of Reason. I'm actually proud of you. You did a community post today on YouTube, man.
I was inspired by Vex Electronica. I did
It
exactly
works.
what she would do. I
Yeah,
took a
it works.
picture of a cat, and then I wrote, and I wrote, I'm going to be on these streams this week.
Yeah.
I just said to myself, what would Vex Electronica do? And I did exactly what she did.
Follow her lead. Yes, always. She got me doing the community post a while back because I never thought, but they do help. They do. But yes,
I'm not even sure anybody cares, but I just put it there. I
Hey.
told you that in the past, I always thought that a kind of writing that you're going to be on streams kind of seemed like a douche, but Vex told me it was okay to do.
No. Yeah,
Vex
well,
told me
whatever
it was
Vex
the right
says
thing to
goes.
do, so I followed her lead.
Yeah, you do that. That's a smart move. That was good. That was good. What do you have coming up though? You got any new videos coming up? I know you got to do some live streams. What do you got coming up?
I'm working on some He-Man thing that I've been procrastinating. It was a piece of crap, but I should just finish that video already. Probably nobody. I don't even know if anybody cares about it. And then I have a few streams this week. You know, so I'm gonna be here and there. You know.
Okay. Go to his community page. It'll tell you everything.
Right. That's why I put
just
the community.
commented on
page.
it.
Oh, poor Price. Oh God. That's
Oh
hilarious.
no! Well, now I have to see what you wrote. But yeah,
Oh
I
God,
put the
if it's
community
facts, it's
post.
gonna be spicy. So, oh
I put the
God,
community post, so it says where I'm gonna be.
gotcha. Oh God, that's freaking hilarious. All right, Pumpkin Man, I know you have some stuff coming up. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, tomorrow, myself and Stupenzo will be on my show, The King's Court. We'll be talking about the Oscars, making our picks for who we think is going to win, who we think should win. Maybe talk about how the Oscars are not white enough anymore because Margot and Greta didn't get nominated. Just some native woman and all that. Some people of color, can't have that. Plus, I believe on Yeti F and Vex's podcasts later this week.
Awesome.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's always a good time. Yeah.
And also while I was sick and everything, my laptop was having tons of issues, and that really put me behind on editing. But it is back up and going, so I'm back to editing Rings of Power episode 2. I lost a good I lost a good 12 days on that. I was having so many issues. Yeah,
That's
really frustrating.
Yeah,
really frustrating.
Yeah, that's bang your head against the wall. You want to shoot your computer kind of shit. Yeah, I understand. Well, that sucks, but we'll be looking forward to that, dude. Yeah, and definitely check out his shows. They're always good on Tuesdays. Everybody's is. Vex has got exciting news on Saturday. I'm looking forward to her. You can go ahead and tell the people what you got.
I am doing a stream on my own channel for the first time on Saturday. I know I've been streaming on everyone else's channel for over a year now, and now I'm finally
You
doing
think
it on
you're
my
ready?
channel.
Can you do it?
So it is it's there. It's scheduled on my main channel right now.
Nice.
So a bunch of the ladies and I we started a spicy book club, and we will be reviewing a smutty romance novel together. So that'll be interesting. Well, there's a reason why there's a Henry Cavill lookalike on the thumbnail. Let's just leave it at that. Other than that, this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Truly Female Perspective. Nadia is joining us, and Josh McDonald from Popeye Culture is also joining us. Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, but no videos till next month. I basically took January off after that fucking channel strike, so
I don't blame you.
yeah.
Wait, they gave you a strike?
Yeah, I've got an active strike on my channel right now. I can't.
Wow. Why would they do such a thing? Couldn't they just do a claim?
No. So WB claimed the video.
Bitches.
I couldn't refute it. There was no option to that, and I just got an automatic channel strike.
Wow.
Yeah,
that doesn't seem
so
cool.
it takes like 90 days or something? Is that
90
the
days
rule?
I'm just
That's
I'm a little nervous now, right? So
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
No, there's 2 videos planned for February, and I am doing True Detective Night Country episode on Scene Invaders. So
That's good stuff over there.
You could check those out on their channel if you're interested. That show fucking sucks.
Yeah, Vex is still mad at me because I've never watched season 1 of True Detective, which I will.
And I
promise.
keep telling you, I'm just like,
I will. No,
Season 1 is good. Season 1 is really. You should watch
Sassy
it.
wants to watch it.
You should watch season 1 and then never watch that show again.
That's exactly what Vex said. She goes, "Don't even go past season 1."
I genuinely go back and forth between that and Fargo's first season for the best season 1 of television ever.
That one is also really good.
It's another show.
Season 1 is also good.
Your wife is telling you, bro. Sassy, just start it without it. Just start it. Like you definitely will be happy with this. Like I guarantee.
No, I will watch it. I do want to. I know it's right up her alley with the true crime shit. It will. I will start. It's only 10 episodes anyway, right? So
yeah, it's not a big commitment. You should totally do it.
Fine, I'm gonna have to do it.
Hold on. You do commit a bit of your soul though, because it's that good that you just never forget. It's always there.
It's how I felt about Band of Brothers.
There you go. Yeah, there you
So
go.
I get it. Okay, no, I'm with it. I will watch it, Vex, and I need you to come here and find me and kill me. Please, God, she scares me. No, I will watch it. I promise. It is something I've. Oh yes, I'll get around to it. I promise. I will let you know as soon as I do. But I am looking forward to that. But yeah, White Bear, you put out a meme video yesterday. Oh, boo,
yeah. So everyone pay attention here. So look into my eyes. But yeah, I put out a new video yesterday, and to cover, get done with January meme dump there, and so enjoy, and I should have some stuff out here soon. If not, then I'll see you in February.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Everybody, please go check out all their stuff. Subscribe to their channels. Amazing people. There's a reason why we love having them back on the show, just in general. And all their information's in the description. I love them all. For me, I actually don't have anything going on this week. Just taking work has been absolutely nuts. So I'm just we did 2 back-to-back cannoli connections. Coach 2 weeks, and last week with Platoon was fantastic.
That was great.
The guy's hilarious. So that was a real fun time with that. Obviously, Vex already said Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch has her Friday show, Truly the Female Perspective, and then Sunday, Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch Sunday streams, which are a freaking hit. And there's a lot of interesting stuff she's been taking note of this week to get onto that show already. There's a lot of wild shit happening in the world. So, look forward to that next Monday. I'm really looking forward to the stream for MMM. In honor of Black History Month, we are doing Blazing Saddles.
Nice.
So I'm very excited for that. One of my personal favorite comedies of all. I don't know if it's the best Mel Brooks movie. I know we've talked about that with Spaceballs. It's definitely up there, though.
It's up there. It could definitely.
Just cutting the trailer for that, I don't know how the hell they got away with this stuff back. It would never fly today. It's just Mrs. Sassy's never seen it before, so it's a first watch for her. I can't wait.
This will be a first watch for me as well. I've never seen.
Yeah. I told you about. Yeah. If you like Spaceballs, this is 100 times better. Yeah. So this is like his top notch. So we have a great panel for that. We have Jay Goodwin.
Spaceballs is good for whatever it is too. I mean,
no, that's good.
Great. It's a lot of fun.
But like Blazing Saddles is
amazing.
Yeah, so
when it comes to pushing the envelope and doing taboo stuff, that's very kind of that. Blazing Saddles definitely beats Spaceballs in that department.
Oh yeah. They both work for what they need to do. But I was just telling Vex, like in the grand scheme of things, like this is peak Brooks. And
History of the World Part 1 is also
a great one
good.
Too. Yeah, it's a great one too. So we have a great panel. Jay Goodwin, first time on the show. Adam Gray, first time on, and then Nadia is supposed to come on with them.
That's my dream panel for that movie, by the way.
Dude, like because if you watch B-roll, they're hilarious. So to break down this movie with them, I don't even care if we like scrub. Like I just want to have a blast talking about that. It is, and this is where Mrs. Sassy found out where this line came from.
Oh, okay.
So this is from that movie. It's fucking hilarious.
White women at.
Some of the stuff. Oh god, it's hilarious. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be next week.
I'm just one question. When you're scrubbing through, are you gonna have the subtitles on, or are you just gonna avoid the N-word popping?
There's certain that word comes up a lot. So I got to be very careful. I'm going to make notes. I might not have subtitles on that. The N word pops up a lot, so Vex will like it. Great movie. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Again, check out these people. It's been a great show. Thank you to the people in the chat. You guys are always freaking amazing. The super chats, Yeti and his super stickers of hot dogs and then the bun. Mrs. Sassy giving me money back, and Lobster Man, who's really the uninspired reviewer. Appreciate your donation to the channel. We love you all. We will be back next week. That's basically it. So MMM is out. We'll see you next time, people.
Bye.
Bye.